Get all the armpit parts out. We good?
It's recording.
It's recording.
Yes, you got that on there.
Thanks, Calvin. Okay, good. Welcome back, Odd Lot, to the next installment of our adventure in the Frostfell. Last time, you successfully, miraculously in some cases, chased down a mammoth and its hobgoblin rider, and subdued him, transformed him into a bunny, where Anolo promptly chased after a bunny in the midst of battle and under this kind of just outside the cube of silence. And then you were ambushed by Yetis, which Snow promptly cast Sleet Storm and made them all fall over. Don't ask me how Yetis fall over, because they're snow creatures, but they did. And you promptly got back on your cart with your bunny / polymorph mammoth and have retreated, outrunning the Yetis on your way back to the town of Kallekot, which is where we're going to resume our adventure. So you're currently traveling. Yes.
The mammoth was re-mammoth.
Re-mammoth, that's correct. Yes, right. An hour has passed and it's re-mammoth, and so you have a mammoth and a muskox pulling a cart, if I remember correctly.
No, we talked it into enjoying our company now.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's right. Keg the mammoth.
Keg,
right.
Keg.
Good old Keg.
Keg.
Speaking of kegs, what about that beer golem?
The beer golem? I've got to do the beer golem yet. Yeah, just a little while. Not the right plane of existence. Yeah, right. So, if I remember correctly, you're on your way back to the town to try to convince the villagers and all the inhabitants to go south back towards the gate to cross over to the Feywild so they can at least get some refuge from the hobgoblins should they choose to counterattack or have some other form of reprisal. Correct?
Yes, I think we also wanted to interview the 2 hobgoblin survivors.
That's right, you have survivors, you have prisoners.
Interview.
We got to get Zarek.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have not reached the town yet. You can do that on the road, or do you wish to wait?
I'd like to outfit the other Goliaths with some extra weapons.
Are you at town?
No, right now.
You're not at town yet.
No, with the Goliaths. Are they? No. They're ahead of us, right?
No, we're not.
Wait, what?
We're not going back to the
portal.
portal. We're going back to the town.
We went off on our own.
You chased the bunny the whole time. You forgot everything that happened.
Not the goblins. I'm sorry. The Goliaths. They took off before us.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that at town.
Okay.
Clearly.
So you do that in town.
Yep.
I felt very interrogating today. Is everybody want to interrogate this hobgoblin? Yes.
Well, how about I just go with you and make sure it doesn't get out of hand. Or I can go find a drink.
I can try to do it.
Oh, all right.
I've
never done it before. Is it easy?
Choose are going to interrogate the hobgoblins.
Is this how
what could go wrong?
How do you do it?
Well, you ask them questions,
Uh-huh.
and if they don't want to tell you anything, you either try to bribe them with something nice.
I go get a drink,
or
his
find
life?
Something.
Hey,
or you get threatened.
Goliath, brother.
Perhaps you said something I could not hear. You said you were going to go find something to
drink. Do you have anything?
I have something.
Let's go drink it.
Yes, let's go find it.
Right. Oh. Mm-hmm.
But
we're leaving.
Perhaps I should consult the Dungeon Master. Can I get people drunk?
Yeah, why not? Can he?
Drunk is bad.
Yeah, if you get drunk, you start losing advantage on ability checks and things like that.
Lay on hands can help that, right?
No, but I mean to enemies. Right. Like if I wanted to interrogate someone.
Okay, you have to get them
force
drunk.
them to drink?
No, good cop.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
Loosen them up a little.
Wait, can you empower?
Okay, do you have alcohol with you in the cart?
I have a brewer's kit with me.
That's not the same thing as alcohol.
Give me some time.
You need 6 months.
Give me a few months, we'll have something.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough. I will acquire some of these delicious beverages at some other point. For our dear audience, all 5 of you, my apologies. I'm kind of new to playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm new with this character. My apologies.
If you would implore a
So,
safe room, you can use some of that.
Wait, don't we have Zone of Truth?
I don't.
Oh, I've got it.
You have zone of truth.
Yes.
You do.
Well, there you go.
Alright, so why you two? And maybe
We could do it
Snow.
safely, Roy. I mean, we don't have to
I'll
break his
supervise.
knees. Or if we have to, I gotta go to the bathroom. Do it. But you can't break anything.
I
we've got-
totally could break someone's knees. I'd be happy to break someone's knees if you need me to.
I don't know if I want you to, buddy.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I
You
mean,
want to protect his innocence.
knees broken, knees together, assembled parts, disassembled parts. It's all the same.
Oh my gosh.
Scary, that one. Yeah, so let's zone of truth
Maybe
this
that'll
time.
handle this.
Okay.
Let's avoid the kneecapping robot.
Yeah.
I did give him the idea, but now I regret that.
You are quite scary, robot.
I don't-
I like you.
I didn't mean to be scary. It just was trying to help.
He's being
Even better,
extremely
he's humbly
factual.
scared.
That's right.
I can do that. Yes.
The humble monster he
Okay,
is.
so you're going to cast it while the card's moving. Are you gonna, I mean, you're gonna stop
Yeah.
and pause for a second. How do you wish to do this?
Well, we should keep moving. Yeah? And let me just pull this out.
Does zone just move along with the mammoth, or? is it
I don't think
still-
so. Actually, I think that's a good question. Let's do a. I think it's just like it just. I think it's a stationary zone. I don't.
We could cast it on the cart or the mammoth.
So it's got to be okay. So you create a magical zone that guards against deception in a 15-foot radius sphere centered on a point of your choice within
Okay.
range.
Then yes, it would move. If you chose the cart, it would move with the cart.
How long does it take the cart to get back to town?
Well, you probably have a few hours yet.
What does
Is it
my
enough for a
delight
long rest?
friend want you to do again? We cannot hear
Did you guys take a long rest?
Oh, I was.
We left. We just got out of Dodge last
Breaking
night.
knees.
Oh yeah, no, you did. Okay, no, it's not
You
enough
have
for
a
a long
sheen
rest.
exterior, robot friend, but you
Well,
inside.
when you get back, you definitely have time later on.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
I
so
drink to you.
All right, so this will last 10 minutes. We have 10 minutes of talking. So I'm going to cast it, but you guys can do the talking.
yeah, so how do you cast this?
Roll it.
Truthy spell.
So, theatrically, I'm just going to take a knee with my shield and everything, close my eyes, and start basically casting it.
Okay.
That kind of thing. And then
That's like a
I don't know
friend.
if
We
you
always
have-
do this. What?
Grumble, grumble, grumble.
And I
Oh,
get and I'm going to stay right in doing that. So, you have it. Go for it.
So you see like this kind of piece on a 15-foot radius descend upon the cart, and everyone feels very much like telling the truth all the time.
So do we break his knees
I
first?
almost
or?
never feel like telling the truth.
But you're in the zone now, man.
Confused.
And the truth will
This
be
is-
had.
Whatever you're doing with your bubble gum is making me. Very, your drinks are stronger. I like it. You are my dear friend Goliath brother.
So Hobgoblin, what's your name?
Haven't they? He looks at you, kind of grins, doesn't want to answer right away, kind of just gives you a couple of thumbs up, fingers up.
Ned rustles up his. Hey, you better tell him, or we're gonna start being mean.
Make an intimidation check.
6 plus. Oh my God, where's the right sheet? Intimidation. That is plus 6. 12.
12.
Ah. At least it wasn't cute. It didn't come
The
off as
hobgoblin
cute.
looks at you, obviously unaffected by your very intimidating language, and just spits in your face.
Let's get out of the way, everyone. I will talk with him, and I will make him talk. See, listen, friend. They look like they're all not your friends, but we're all your friends. Just tell us what we want to know. Everything. Deception check.
I don't think it's deception. Oh, well, you're saying everyone's his friend.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to deceive?
Okay, you then
We are like you. You may not know it, but we are one and the same people.
roll a deception check then.
17 plus 18.
Okay,
Can we deceive though?
you don't need to. He's in his own truth.
But we're in the zone of truth.
He is
You're in his own truth too.
Well,
What's the check?
charisma.
Do you think he's
It's a
friend.
charisma save against
Okay,
I'm
make
kind of chaotic neutral, so I could just be saying this from the dead. Like, come on, we're all buddies here. But okay, charisma check is a legit. 13 plus charm or persuasion. It would be.
No,
right?
no.
you
No,
roll with
charisma.
So you're plus on your charisma.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then 14.
Wait, so you can make a charisma check to beat the zone of truth?
Yeah.
I pass.
charisma. Yeah, you will. Charisma modifier.
I
Saving
pass.
throw. What's your DC?
Oh, I'm there. Getting there.
It's
Charisma.
8 plus charisma plus.
Plus my... So 8 plus...
Well,
so
because
it'd
now
be
we've got him to
14.
not tell a lie, but now we got to get him to want
What'd
to
you roll?
play. I rolled a 14.
14. You just succeed.
It's 15.
15.
So,
You fail.
Thanks.
21.
21. Okay. Yeah. So right now, anybody
God I
who
can
wishes to the option to lie,
To mislead.
I need you to make a
Different.
charisma saving throw right now.
Oh!
Chutard is brutally honest.
In general.
We are telling you what you need to know.
More honest
then
than
we will
normal.
Kill you.
I'm gonna see if it's gonna be an option.
Yeah.
No, it's not an option.
and he can make a save.
Okay.
All right.
It was just like so
Inspired by the
uncharacter.
robot, you joined in on this banter.
Yes, we will tell you that.
That's a natural 20, ladies and gents.
Oh.
We don't know that.
Oh.
We don't know that.
Wait, does
Yeah.
it? Is the DM using a spin down?
A what?
No. Okay.
A spin down.
So out of you folks, the person that can lie would be Ander, which makes sense, and probably no, you tell the truth anyway. So
Yeah. Well, I would. It's my spell, and I want the truth.
Okay.
So that's what's happening.
good. Okay, so
I didn't know that was a thing.
Northwind has done something. Who else? Let's go around. Take turns. Ned did something. Ned got spit on.
I'm gonna sidle on up to him. I'm going to make like I'm readying a ray of frost, and I'm gonna point it at him and be like, "All right, raise your camp."
Okay. So make an intimidation check because he has succeeded in beating the zone of truth for right now.
Well done.
22.
22. Are you serious?
You don't need
rolled a
importance,
19,
people.
I get +3.
You
Okay,
don't
yeah.
need importance.
So for whatever reason, this hobgoblin suddenly starts to quake with a little bit of fear and looks like he looks very nervous in front of this kobold,
I know the feeling, friend.
shaking a clawed finger in his face, like, and it starts to glow, kind of white and blue at the end of his finger to kind of crackle. He's like, "Hey!" The hobgoblin goes, "No, hey, camp is there's no secret. Camp is the north."
Like my name. Well done, Snow. Good pet.
No, that's your
Okay.
I don't know.
Like I'm still. I mean, it's not a concentration spell, but I'm just gonna.
You just did it.
Theatrics.
I'm gonna just kind of like lean over past everybody, like, and go, "This is an interrogation. They told me that I might have to break your knees."
Is that intimidation?
And he kind of
No,
struggles
that's
against his
true.
body. He's like, "Is that true?"
I don't know.
I don't know.
You would say yes because you do know.
Yeah.
It is
Well,
truth.
Yeah.
Someone has
You
to say
clearly
Yeah.
could
Oh,
have-
so, right. Yes. Yeah.
Someone can say that.
Yeah.
It's like, it would be an honor to die.
Oh no,
in battle.
we're not gonna kill you.
What?
Just
Wait.
break the legs.
That's not how this goes.
Yes, it is.
He's very literal.
We're all on the same side.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
Yeah, seriously. I'm intimidated.
Yeah, like almost
That's a
nothing.
6
It's a 5.
plus.
A 5.
Yeah, 5. Minus.
He's like, "Nah, you're not gonna do that to me. You guys are nice people. Nice people don't break kneecaps."
What?
Do you want me to start with 1? Should I? Is this the time?
I say start with the big one.
Not quite yet.
Oh, okay.
No, start at the small one and work your way up.
Toes. Yeah.
Oh, toes. Yes, okay. I meant appendages.
You feel the aura around you. It means we cannot lie. I was very much going to kill you, except for my big friend here intervened on your behalf. He's a nice fellow, he is, despite his size and slope brow. I have very little patience with A, slavers, B, slavers who hand people over to cannibalistic giants.
Cannibals? He's not a cannibal.
Not him, your overlords. They've been eating Goliaths.
Yeah, that's not a cannibal. It's a Goliath, the lesser.
What did you call me?
I stopped praying. Very quietly.
Did you hear what he called us?
Excuse me.
Show him your bubble gum.
I may have been just praying a bit for both of us, right? And so maybe I didn't hear correctly what you just said, dear friend.
Did I stutter?
Well,
I said Goliaths have no souls.
Actually,
We
that's
have no
not what he said
shoes
before.
sometimes.
That's calling you on it.
ooh, so we do know now that he's not in the zone of truth. Because I do have a soul.
Pretty sure.
Well,
But does he believe-
so what I'm going to do is I'm going to break his foot with my foot. By
Oh,
standing
okay.
there.
So
Oh.
make a strength check.
Oh.
How many hit points does
Can
he
I
have?
do it
One?
without crushing his foot completely?
This is not going to kill him.
Okay.
No, this
Yeah.
is not lethal, but
Yeah.
more like to cause
But you need to
crushes
still.
his foot. Call him Howdy. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's
a
gonna
big
hurt.
one.
Yeah.
So that's like a
So
22.
what do you want to stomp on it? Do you want to do it slowly? How do you want to do this?
Yeah, so I want to slowly
Take
just
your floor.
look at him in my eyes, right? And just put a good chunk of my strength and weight on one foot. Probably a predominant. I'm going to guess with right
Okay.
foot. I'm going to call him Hobbs after this.
So you take your plate mail
Yeah.
boot and put it down on his right foot and kind of just grind into his foot, and you hear snap, snap. You hear
I'm
this
sorry.
kind of like this Rice Krispie sound.
Oh,
It's
here's a
so-
bloody stump, man.
So what I did think you did start.
He's
Right.
like,
I'm with you, brother. And then I kick him
No.
right in the groin. Roll the 19.
Oh my god.
he's sitting. You're gonna stomp on his groin?
And I'm kind of standing in his face. Like with my face.
And then I
in
reach
his-
around with my left foot.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You towed him.
Okay, you kick him in the
Wait.
groin. He doubles over.
So,
You pissed off the nice one.
this is not
Here we get him.
I don't know what to say.
So I'm gonna back off now that I put a little bit of pressure. Can I do that with an intimidating,
But I'm feeling so truthy.
like an intimidating, imposed, like kind of like?
You have it with advantage because you broke his foot.
He ain't dead.
I really don't like the
That's
fact
for sure.
that I did this, but he just said I have no soul. Wow,
Good thing you had advantage.
it's a great thing I did. I picked these dark blue dice. Jerks. So that'd be an 11.
Okay.
That one really
Um,
had advantage.
Yeah, that's going to give you because he's bound, he's surrounded. He looks pretty intimidated by your imposing full plate mail.
And I'm
self.
gonna restrain myself, and next person can go.
Okay. Who's next?
Ned?
Ned is going to actually, it's going to dawn on her that absolutely no one is looking where the cart's going, and she would like to just do like a general perception check and make sure the area is clear and safe.
Thanks, driver.
Yeah, and kind of maybe take the reins since nobody was holding them.
It's on cruise control.
Perception is not good. My 9 passive is higher than what I just rolled, so
What is it?
8 or 9 if you want
Yeah,
to go with my
you
passive.
don't you want to look around, but you're too distracted by what's happening in the back of the cart here, and you're
It's
kind
pretty
of
serious happening.
yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it's exciting stuff. So you're not really paying attention to the front of the cart.
Put a death hole in his
Okay.
face.
Who's next?
I'm just very interested. I'm like, so you didn't break his knees. You broke his.
That job
his
will
foot.
be for you.
Oh, okay. Oh, I no. I mean, I'm good with. I just don't. I just want to be helpful here. You know.
I know, little brother. He won't be dancing anytime soon, that's for sure.
Do you have maybe an illusion that can scare him to where he pisses himself?
Oh, definitely. I can do
Maybe
that.
let's start with that.
All right.
But this guy kind of has
Something-
the truth of this. He says that there's a camp.
Yeah.
I scared that truth out of him.
Yeah, no.
Cool.
Okay,
That's
it's
just-
just-
What other stuff do we want out of them?
You can ask questions. You could.
How many of them are there?
Yeah, it was-
Yeah.
Information on the king.
Yeah, I mean, there's lots of stuff you can ask.
Can I tell what his rank? Do we know what this?
I was
Do we know what his rank is? Like what this lizard guy we
You
just
could
got
ask
is?
him. He's in a zone of truth.
No, I'm just curious if like we've already acquired it before.
No.
Okay.
You have not.
So we have no idea.
I want to make a minor illusion of like my hand around my hand. So as I move my hand up towards him, this grows into this big giant mouth creature with like just teeth. Just
So like the small mouth of the alien.
yeah, but like you know, like a 5-foot cube, like
Okay.
it grows out, like, and I'm like, it's like,
So your hand morphs into this.
So imagine like Venom.
Gotcha.
Like
Yeah.
what Venom could do with
yeah,
his-
just kind of like,
Okay, so you reach your hand out, and for him, you see this illusion pop out. It looks kind of fleshy, kind of mouth full of teeth, and many rows of teeth just snap right at him. Oh, he believes it. And he looks like fear. You see him kind of almost sweating. He's like, get that away from me! No.
tell us what
When they
we
change
want to
their
know.
voice, it means they soil themselves.
Tell them what they
I haven't lied.
You did that without asking him
You
a
haven't
question.
given us what we want to know, silly little
So
one.
look, yeah.
That's his two
Tell us what
guards
we want to know.
doing his best job.
What is your rank?
I don't know.
What is your rank? Are you a strong leader amongst your people?
I am not the leader. I am a lieutenant.
Oh, well, a lieutenant is a leader, so maybe you just don't even understand what you do.
You don't understand what we do.
How many are above you in your camp?
2.
Oh. How many is that one above all in charge of?
None.
He doesn't understand anything.
I don't understand
I
what
don't
you're
know what he
saying
said. I don't know what he
either.
said.
Like, what the heck
Like
does
you
that
totally
even
double
mean?
spoke, man.
No, I asked him how many people are above him. He said 2. I said, how many people are below the highest on top? He said 0.
None.
So now, how does that work? He's got
Well,
2
I think
people
you
ranked up.
confused him.
Are
He's
they?
got 2
You're
people
saying-
up in, so there's one chief though of that group.
He's got a low intelligence. He's not like
I have
He's
higher
speaking in
intelligence. I
riddles.
didn't get it.
No, I think what you said was no.
He said
What
there
you
was
had,
only 2. And I said, well, how many people are above? He said, there's 2. I said, well, then how many people are below that one guy on top? Just so we know what the total camp is. Because he's 2
How
ranked
many
down.
would you
people
be
are in
more
the camp?
direct then?
Yeah, just
Yeah, no,
ask
that-
how many people are in the camp.
What is the total count of people in your camp?
20.
20 dudes?
How many of them are like you, slow and stupid?
Very few are like me.
Good for them.
So are they all hobgoblins there?
Yes.
How many prisoners have you taken?
Ken looks like he doesn't know how to answer.
I'm gonna reach and push his face towards his hand.
You may not be able to count.
Okay.
Numbers are tough.
Math is hard.
Yeah. No, it's just it looks like he's really thinking and he doesn't know how to answer that question directly.
How many would you take on a day, and how many days in a row would you do it?
There we go. There's a better question.
More math.
We would every week we'd round up between 8 and 10 from Kallekot, Dire Peak Haven, and whatever's left in the Brekka ruins at the diamond mines there. And we bring them back to Fort Rimeshard, and there they'd be delivered forward to the Goliaths across the Dagger Sheath Plain.
Well, you said
I mean the giants across the Dagger Sheath Plain.
So you serve the giants.
Yes, everyone serves giants. They are natural overlords and masters.
You show your foolishness again. It's to you.
You will too. You will too.
Oh, sure.
And how many frost giants are there in that camp?
I've only encountered 3. 4. But there are probably more.
They likely don't want to associate with you because of your low intelligence.
What was the leader's name again? Frosthammer?
Grimfrost.
Grimfrost. Have you ever encountered Grimfrost?
Unfortunately, yes.
How many weeks have we been taking people?
Pardon?
How many weeks have you been raiding?
lost count. It's become routine.
Why is it unfortunate that you've encountered Grimfrost?
When you beat him, you'll say it's unfortunate too.
That wasn't an answer.
No, me.
Do you know of any weaknesses or things he despises, this grim tossed?
He is the strongest of the giants here. Carries a bloody axe and takes no prisoners.
He doesn't clean it. It's always bloody.
Yes.
Okay. Not a very tidy guy.
Are there strong giants around somewhere?
Maybe we could find an ally.
Yeah.
We do need a bug. Yeah. Alright, sure.
What about the storm giants?
There's no storm giants here.
I lean in close, and that's when I push his face closer to his fist. Tell me the truth, or else that fist on my fist. I'm sorry, maybe my friend was misspoken. He said the cloud giants.
Yeah, there's cloud giants. Yeah, get off me.
Where are they? And I get him closer, just so it's like those. I can't see it. Can I see it?
Yeah. There it is.
So it's close to his teeth, like his nose, like he can almost smell.
You bring his face towards the illusion of the giant mouth. Mm-hmm. Okay. He's like, where do you think they are? They're in the clouds.
Tell me how to get there.
Fly.
Oh.
Flatfoot.
Actually, we don't have a problem flying.
We have a mammoth we can polymorph.
I think you mean we have a dragon.
No, polymorph can't transform to dragon.
Oh,
Beast only. Dragon's a whole separate thing.
worm.
Some sort of something.
The worm rock. I'm sorry.
You travel to know how to fly.
I'm done with this
That's amazing.
ruse. I'm done. And I'm pissed. So I'm going away from this guy. 'Cause
Okay.
if I don't, I will break a sacred oath.
You hop off the cart and hear your armor clanks on them and you start walking on the permafrost.
That's right.
As he walks away, I kind of look at them and kind of like just give a quick elbow to his face. Just because I know they don't know he doesn't like that.
I definitely don't. Thank you.
And I look at him and I go,
Any other questions?
Well, we know where to go. We know that there's other giants around.
We need to go meet.
Ned's gonna pull Tuzard aside and whisper something in his ear really quick.
So that pizza should be here a little while.
I'm sending a message that you can hear and you can hear one at a time. That's Ned wants you to question the new guys.
Another hobgoblin?
No, the new dudes.
Oh.
Right, and I also thought of one last thing. I stormed off kind of
Yes,
righteously, right? Maybe we should ask him if the cloud giants
yeah,
are
no,
nice
they're not
to
talking. I
Kallekot.
feel like they're talking.
If the other dude's eating more
they're
cover,
talking
we
about
need to know if it's a safe haven.
So don't worry, my pet. I'll take care of it.
So then I'm gonna start dropping back and like
I'll take care
kind of
of
like
it.
being around when Ander will
I'm
inevitably.
going to ask the guy, do the cloud giants like... Sorry, it's slow.
Are they friendly to
Are they friendly to the Goliaths?
No. I don't really know. The cloud giants keep themselves mostly. They give their orders to the frost giants, and the frost giants execute their orders.
Oh.
I've never really encountered one.
Interesting.
Are the frost giants at war with anybody?
The frost giants can be at war whatever they want. Does not matter. They often wait till snowfall to do what they call is the reaving, which is when they actually come down the mountain and lay waste to whatever's around, ravage, pillage, steal things, take prisoners, eat.
Is there anyone who's proven to be tough opposition? Do they have any enemies?
Just us.
Your enemies?
No, we're opposition. We're the only one proving our strength, and we have earned our place in the ordning.
gluttoning?
I think he means, remember the two humans back in the courts?
Oh!
There's an order, there's a pecking order. Apparently, despite the barbarity of these creatures, there is an order.
Then I will fight. I will earn their ordering. Their trust.
We're gonna stop them from eating people.
Yeah, that's kind of high.
But if we get the trust of the cloud giants through some ordering, perhaps we can bring one of them, and if they tell them to stop eating my kind, maybe they will.
Have you heard any whisperings of Oberon?
Oberon.
Or, you know, fairies and stuff, elves?
Okay. There was a raid a while back that had what my commanders called a special prisoner, but nothing that I am familiar with.
A while back. How long is a while back?
In this place is funny.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, time's still acting weirdly. We're still technically in Feywild timeline kind of stuff.
No, the time operates differently in different planes of existence.
Okay.
So from one Feywild, we had some time there, and now the Frostfeld.
So it's still totally random compared to where we came from.
Yeah, it's totally
it's just
different.
a different scale.
Yeah, for
Or
you,
a different
I mean,
ebb and flow.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, the day progresses naturally for you guys, but time elsewhere is different.
Right.
Because the only thing I know about that trip is that they brought that cart with the one single prisoner to the diamond mines.
Well,
Where are the diamond mines?
we know
We know where those are.
we know where the diamond mines are.
Oh, good.
And he broke his comb bananas.
Time to go to the diamond mines.
So, how come?
People, what I saw what you did for those kind people being rounded up, and it woke me up from the stable, and I helped you. But why do you seek this? What is your quest?
It's a fancy question coming from a new man.
Well, I
Your
figure you
quest.
want my assistance for all my great skills.
Right, mate. I'm the best life in this because it's
The best at what?
they're fighting things and protecting
Okay,
things.
that's cute. That's fine. Okay, but what are you doing? What are you doing here in my land?
We're on a mission to get Oberon.
Right, what he said. Smart people.
So Snowmaran is your friend?
We've never met him. Still in the
You
zone.
doing something for someone you've never met before? You fight these horrible hordes and seek danger for someone you've never met?
Asked that question 30 minutes ago. We just saved you from somebody we never met before.
I thought I was helping you save all of us, frankly. But that's fine, that's fine. Whatever way you want to imagine it happened, It's fine. I like your style, Robot. I appreciate what you want to do. If you want me, I will join.
Why would you want to join us adventuring and helping people for no known benefit?
Well, frankly, there are very little benefits to life other than indulging and enjoying it, frankly. And I find that we all help each other. In the end, the best of us know that one hand washes the other. And so I will help you wash your hands if you help me wash this drink down.
You can lay your hands off mine, mate.
It's fine. You listen, whatever you want me to do with my hands, I'll do them for you.
Well, this is a weird turn.
Right.
He thinks he said something intimidating.
You freaked me out, but intimidated me.
I'll take that as a sign of respect.
I'll respect anybody.
And then I start petting the snow.
Are you drunk all the time?
I'm not drunk.
Ooh.
You're drunk.
Whoa. Yeah, I am. He breathed on me.
Help protect him from his liver.
I'll protect you just because I love you, friend. You're my brother. We're all brothers now.
Snow, little guy. I really enjoyed saying that, by the way. I know you were a prisoner and you're far from home, but it seems as though you are coming with us on part of this adventure. Why? Why? What do you want to do? Why are you here?
Well, to be honest, this was kind of a little payback for capturing me and attempting to feed me to a bunch of giants.
So what are you going to do now?
Well, I don't know. I've been looking for somebody, but have found absolutely no leads.
I have a question. Kobold.
Snow
You
knows.
are unusual amongst your kind, in my experience. Most of the kobolds I've encountered are horrible. Their magic came from evil.
What?
They bathed in blood, and they raised the undead. You do not appear to be any of these. Where do you come from?
That's a long story. Simply,
Who trained you?
well, I was raised by a couple of humans, actually. Me and several of my siblings. I'm here looking for their son who's gone missing quite a long time ago. I'm told he's a brilliant wizard, and his name is Gavin. Very few leads other than the fact that he's been searching around, getting kobolds and draining their blood and all kinds of weird things.
Wait, your brother, their son? Wait, who? Let's back up to draining blood.
Yeah,
Who is draining the blood?
Draining blood is
Their son.
And you're trying to find him. Why?
Well, it's their son, and well, he just kind of disappeared. He left us in their care, and they've been good people to us there.
Right, but buddy, what we're getting at is that you're trying to find somebody who's willing to suck your blood out with a tube or some kind of stuff, right? Is what I'm imagining.
Tube's not
Well-
necessary.
To be honest, when you put it that way, it doesn't seem like a good idea, does it?
No, terrible, to be quite frank.
Don't listen to them, Snow. You're trying to do something nice for someone who doesn't deserve it. That makes you double nice.
The hobgoblin speaker goes. He says, "This is all real beautiful."
You shut up.
It is beautiful, you beautiful creature.
And
Wow.
with that, 25 intimidation.
I think that was such a good response.
Yeah,
Just so
inspiration.
You like, oh no.
Fine, we'll stop being wimps.
Regardless of his odd experiments, he did leave us in the care of two very nice people, and they've been lost without their son for quite many years now. I have no idea where he's gone or what he was actually doing.
Weird.
Are you gonna grow anymore?
No.
Awesome.
That's primary concern.
Appreciate you said like it was nah, I'm done.
Well,
To be honest, I have received almost no leads at all, so I'm at this point just kind of wandering around hoping to find something.
So, my little snow friend, Snow being your name and all, and you making snow, well, we're the odd lot, and, you kind of have some fancy abilities that, came in quite nice against, I don't know, creatures who live in the snow. And they even slipped right under, I mean, you did some pretty funky stuff. You the drunk one, as long as you got enough to share with another Goliath, that'll quite...
I would gladly share with all of us here. A toast. And pour 5 drinks and then I drink all 5 of them.
Don't think you know what sharing means.
Clearly not.
sympathy.
Alright, so... Is that it? Did we want to ask him any more questions?
No,
What about our group people?
just how he's going to be buried.
No, you can do... Yeah, I mean, I'll stay around for that.
So now we kind of know what Snow's doing, but why were you even in that stable to begin with? What are you doing here?
I just... Honestly, I just wander around. I am of a monastery that has long been forgotten. And we worship the cheerful dragon who showed us the ways of indulging in our lives, carved out a place for our monastery, and then left. So we make I met there once while I was just a humble Goliath without this beautiful faith of mine, up in the north where the wind blows, hence my wonderful name. We hung out together, and this man taught me the ways of the cheerful dragon until my people didn't like me anymore. They said I'd lost my way, and so I left abandoned until the giant Goliath brought me back in. And then when he passed, I took his belongings and kept his spirit with me. And I was just down in town looking for more provisions to make more of this wonderful drink that I carry with me everywhere. And then things started happening, and I chose to just wait because I wasn't sure what was going on for some reason. And then you guys showed up, and it seemed kind of clear that you were trying to help people.
What's the name of this dragon?
Wow.
You don't know the name of the dragon.
It comes and goes. I remember him.
Was it Rat Dragon?
Meehan.
It was Meehan, was it?
What's in your hand? I remember him sooner or later. I remember his name, but usually I remember him in the morning for some reason. I don't know why.
Take a guess.
You're a doctor too. That's amazing, Paladin. In any case, no, there are some things. Leave me to some of my own secrets. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Bard. But in any case, I assure you I mean no ill will. I just look forward to being a part of being a helpful hand to such helpful, kind people. Until you prove less helpful.
Now we know where they're from, which is interesting because, as far as I know, you two just dropped out of the sky one day. Our other Goliath came charging across the swamp one day, and well, you don't need to know about me, but
You are a very pretty lady. Why does she get so upset when you compliment her? Is it because she's his?
I don't understand it. I don't know why they do anything.
Oh, buddy, I don't even know how to respond.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't. I'm sorry for not assuming sooner.
oh, I am going
Yes, he's wrong.
to find a lot of charcoal and sober him up.
We're friends. Partners.
All right, so this hobgoblin.
I went to the bar.
Do we need him anymore?
No.
She starts just slowly pushing him back out of the back of the mammoth.
How do we get to Grimfrost? Where's Grimfrost now? Do we need to know that?
Well,
Where is Grimfrost now? Can you roll a thing?
No.
No? Roll.
Excuse me.
Roll
Mr.
truth here.
The hobgoblin looks at you like, really doesn't want to divulge the information.
I'm trying to think out.
But the Grimfrost is in a castle carved in the mountain on the top of Dire Peak.
Dire
well, there we go. We may not.
Thank you.
Well, we probably won't go there. We should go see.
I can't think of anything else we might need.
So I should roll some. I'd like to do an insight check to see if I know where Dire Peak is relative to where my
That would
monster
be
was.
probably a history check. 13. Since you grew up here, I mean, you're kind of familiar with the area. The Dire Peak is in the northeast section. Well, from where you are, guys, where you are right now, northeast, and the elevation is at least 20,000 feet up, maybe more.
Then he's falling on his head.
It's a beautiful place up there. It's wonderful. The Lions like me and your friends here will love it.
We should head back to that town and rest up, and then head to the mine. I think, right?
So I'm going to tie that rope around his feet
Okay.
and say, we're all done with this guy? Oh, is there any last questions for our friend here before I take him to his quarters?
Okay.
I got nothing.
So I'm going to tie that rope securely around his feet.
Okay.
And I'm going to secure it on the mammoth, and then I'm going to let him...
Lieutenant Two Birds. Remember how I said I'd let you go? I lied.
You push the hobgoblin off the cart.
We're on top of the mammoth, right?
Mammoth.
Oh, off the mammoth.
He's got the rope.
And we secured it, so now he's just going to hang there. We did not say we were going to take him in comfort.
Okay, so he's dangling
From his feet.
from his feet.
Oh,
That's
he's
right.
gonna get a head rush.
Yeah,
One of
so-
which is broken.
Okay, hold
That's
on.
right.
Oh, one of them's
Oh
broken.
God, that's
yeah.
right. You broke one of his feet.
That's a
Sure
little
did.
Okay.
That's mean.
Yeah, so you see this hobgoblin, you kind of just, just fall off the side of the mammoth and start swinging. He swings and his head clocks a stone on the road, and he's sitting there just going upside down, just kind of dazed. A pretty serious head wound is now on the side of his temple, and he's now bleeding.
I look over at this knowing
I failed my perception
These are
check.
serious
I was-
people.
I rolled a 2.
It's an automatic fail. Good for you. All right.
Can I do
we don't
to just
all
see
have to
where we
ride
live
that
with
way.
that one?
Not for much longer.
Till we get back there.
Maybe.
Down.
Maybe not.
He should be alright.
Cannibalistic flavors, don't care.
Yeah. But he might care.
Oh,
I know he might care.
I might. We'll see.
Okay. So as you make your way, you see the town of Kallekot appear in the distance. You're probably 10-15 minutes away. People seem to be milling about, kind of rebuilding, putting out the fire that was the watchtower that Tyrael lit on fire, and pretty much trying to rebuild or stabilize their former life. And as you enter, people look at you kind of warily. They're not sure how to take what you did. They're not totally certain of who you are or how to even understand. What you saw was a very good and noble act. They look kind of fearful of you.
Well, we did come back on the same mammoth.
And hanging a man from the bottom of him.
Yeah, you did.
Hobgoblin. No, no.
You're right, thank you.
It's a hobgoblin.
A hobgoblin slaver who fed your kind.
So we're in town, right?
Be-
If anything, you
Yeah,
just
they
showed
skin
them
their
like a
face.
symbol of
The
like how
hobgoblin
awesome
is
we
nearly
are.
dead.
So we're in town now?
You are in town.
Mostly
So I'm gonna
dead.
give him 5 hit points.
Okay.
I have to do it.
Wait, that orphan over there needs your help more.
He is a prize for the other Goliaths that he held captive. And I'll let them do with what they want.
Okay.
Yes.
I was doing the same thing when I heal him.
Well,
Hopefully that will
I'll have
chill
somebody-
everybody out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean healing the
Did you
dude?
see
Yeah.
Orchid?
Well, and also like giving
Did you
him
see Orchid?
over, and they realize who we are. We were the
Right.
ones that saved the town before.
Prestidigitation,
Diva.
Orchid
is it
over
a
there needs your help
cantrip?
more or something.
Orphan.
Which
Prestidigitation? Prestidigitation.
prestidigitation? Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Why don't you clean us up?
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, no problem. He's like, pew, 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 pew,
Dude,
pew, pew.
Armor shiny and
Sparkly.
I
clean.
knew we kept you around for a reason.
That's right.
Whoa!
You get
Yeah,
clean.
you're like the cleanest.
Oh my god, my hands look horrible. What happened?
Wow, you got
So
rid
yeah,
of
I'm
the
gonna put
smell.
the guy down.
Okay.
And then sleep
I
over.
wish.
Was this your doing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anolo
yeah.
goes over,
Thank you.
cuts the cord on the
My drinks are clear
that's holding up
again.
the hobgoblin, and slings the hobgoblin over your shoulder, and you start to.
Go to the Goliaths.
Okay, you go to the Goliaths, and they see you. They're looking. They don't know what you're going to do. They kind of back up a little bit.
And I go this. I've come with 2 things. One, drop this guy.
Okay.
We caught him and killed the rest of his people. And the second thing, Shing and I pull out my other weapons and I say, who wants to help get the rest of them?
Oh.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
I was going to say. Nat 20.
Oh my
Are you
God.
serious? Wow, it matches
Okay.
delivery. Well done.
Well played. I'll give you an inspiration point for that one too. Well done. Okay. They look at you. Their eyes kind of widen, and they feel bolstered and clearly inspired by it. They're like, "Yes, give me the weapons. Let's go kill some hobgoblins. Let's skin the green buggers or the red buggers, whatever they
In
are."
time, we will want to talk to my people. But yes, it's good to know that I've got you 2 with me. Or however many of us that were
Yeah.
captured.
There's 2 of them.
I'm watching this from a distance. Why did you give them weapons?
Then we walk back.
Okay.
I think we're
Guys.
gonna ransack the camp.
Well, they start to look at the hobgoblin. They start kicking him.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'll let them do their thing.
Okay.
And their enjoyment with that first gift I gave them. And I'll go back to these guys and So those guys that was locked up with you and kind of you, but you were in that car. Oh,
I wasn't locked up, my friend. I was just taking a nap.
My mistake. Locked by the drink. But anyway, those other guys that we freed, they're going to be working with us, I think.
May I offer a bit of advice? They are not trained warriors.
I agree with the drunkard.
But they're Goliaths, I know they can hit.
But
I
it
look
could
at the
help us
barber
liberate
wink
the
like,
mines.
alright.
It could help us liberate the mines to find that Oberon guy you're looking for.
That's what I was thinking.
They know the area better than any of us.
Well, we had that tracker. What's her name?
But we got Goliaths.
Turok?
Turok.
Oh, Turok. Turok can lead those Goliaths.
Perhaps they would be better escorting these people to the portal, which was our original plan.
Save those who need to be saved. Listen to your
You're quite
friend.
right. And I may have heroically inspired them to go fight those guys with us. I mean, I gave them 2 gifts. Look, they're kicking them. I mean, I think he's okay. And they cut away.
I think
I mean, I can't just push rewind on that, man. They're coming, I think.
Paladin Goliath friend. These are well-intentioned people, to be sure, but you can't expect them to fight a war. Surely, if you're afraid of taking lives so viciously, you wouldn't want to send these poor people to slaughter.
Oh, that was the fate that I was trying to avoid altogether.
Indeed.
You're right, but again,
Perhaps they can do both. We can
Look
save
at
those who need to be saved, but use them as a distraction, perhaps. Because I feel like we are strong, but perhaps we are best being cunning.
I'm not cutting it
that
off.
gives me an idea, unless somebody else has one. Perhaps they know other Goliaths. Maybe these, 2, 3 Goliaths that were here?
Yeah.
2?
There's 2.
2. Perhaps these 2 Goliaths here, they would, accompanying us would put them in great danger. But if they could go and spread the word of the Odd-Lot, saying that there is a resistance to the other Goliaths in the area, perhaps then...
Giants. Other giants.
No,
Other Goliaths?
yeah, there are other Goliaths.
Spread the
They spread the word to other Goliaths in the area.
I was
They
confused.
could rally an army.
Resistance.
Yes. Well, maybe not. Resistance or an army. Something to take it to the hobgoblins and take it to the frost giants.
My well-spoken friend. You got to come with me. I mean, I did
fuck
that
yeah.
thing to me. I mean, I just challenged him. I need you. Excuse me,
Take that! How dare you! Come on!
That was a good one right there. Look at it. Anyway, look, listen. I got something for you, and it's a bit bigger than what I originally planned.
This is a war, my friends, isn't it? Your people have been on the losing end for some time. There has no place for noble Goliaths to be.
What's it to you?
Instead of accompanying us, which was a well-intended idea to get your revenge,
Yes.
perhaps there are other pockets of Goliaths that you can spread the word to. Let them know that the Odd-Lot has come to bring reckoning to these hobgoblins, to bring reckoning to these ice giants.
Why don't you go tell them yourselves?
Because
There's a
we're-
resistance out there.
We've just been told it's already formed, mate. We can get these guys to let them know that we're on their side.
Where is this resistance in compared to the mines? Are they on the way by any chance?
Yeah, you're kind of heading northeast a little bit to the first mountain range, and you scale the hills. There's a henge up there, and once you'll find them up there.
Well, mate, I mean...
It's
how
like
are
a
we
bunch
gonna
of
do that?
stones.
Do we need like a path?
Stacked
we
on top
came
of
in?
each other.
To this?
I don't know.
One
I
is in
just
the south,
I know Alcar, our former chief, has organized a resistance up there. It's the henge is an ancient Goliath place, but
How well
beyond
did you
that-
know you're a former chief? Were you friendly with him?
I mean, as friendly as any other, I guess.
So, would you mind it if I mentioned your name to him if we meet him? To show
Yeah,
truth?
sure. He'll know me. Just a moment. I write this stuff down. There we go.
I got
The resistance.
Resistance of the henge, Alcar,
Yeah.
chief.
And then we can mention these guys.
Okay.
Well, I was thinking they could tell them, hey, look, we can vouch for these guys.
Yeah.
They're coming from other Goliaths.
Yeah.
So then let's go, hey, I ran into these two people who we may or may not have rescued.
So he looks at you. He throws out his arm. He wants a class 4 arms. My name is Maneo Icemonger. I'm a cheesemonger by trade.
Oh, so very well profession.
Any cheese you've cut?
Love cheese.
That's one of our specialties out here.
How do you mong cheese?
Cheese?
Yes. Well, we don't mong it. We make it and then we sell it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll protect
Many of these ancient caverns are actually places where we age our cheese. It's great.
What do you get the cheese from? Creatures.
Well, previously we used to have goats and cattle and muskox that would provide milk. Of various...
Don't milk Elon. You'll be disappointed.
But
He'll appreciate
friend,
it.
have you ever had mammoth cheese?
Mammoth cheese. Not that I am aware of.
How much would you cheesemongers get all riled up for some mammoth cheese?
Are you sure
Hold
it's
on.
a female?
No, sure, but I've got.
We would get fairly riled up. It would take some time.
Oh my god.
This is weird.
What is happening?
Listen, we're giving these guys, if they're cheesemongers, they love this stuff. It's like,
All right.
they're awesome.
Can I go check on Zarek?
You can go check on Zarek. You absolutely can. So Zarek's kind of on the periphery of town. He's just kind of hanging out, just still trying to make hay. It's not working out well.
Zarek, what are you doing?
Master Tuzard,
Yeah. How's it going?
it goes well. I have made pie. That's not what you asked for. I know. I keep trying to make hay, and it comes out pie.
Well, that's good enough. You can stop, I think, at this point.
Are you
We're
sure,
great.
Master
It's
Tuzard?
good.
I would like to make this hay.
No, we're all right. I think we're all settled now. I think the pie is great. I think
It's blackberry.
good.
What is this thing? Robot, what is this thing?
That's all. This is Zarek. Zarek is a
Zarek focuses all his eyes on you, kind of wobbling around.
he's our spectator.
He is spectacular.
Yeah.
Hi, Zarek. My name is Northwind. I'm Mega Boy Northwind. Ulakamo.
He's a new
So,
friend of ours.
you see that Zarek kind of hovers behind you. Master Tuzard, I do not like him.
Oh, he's a new friend of ours. You got to be really nice to
He
him.
kind of he gets close to you and sidled up. You feel his kind of sliminess on your.
I back away a little bit.
Too organic for you.
Yeah.
Alright,
Alright.
I'd like to do a little dance to make him happy and make him feel like I'm his buddy.
Okay, you can.
I will do a performance check.
Okay,
19 plus 4, 23.
what do you do?
I do a little bit of a jig with my I pull out my bagpipes, and which kind of reminded me of him because of all the little whatever, and I go.
Oh, pretty well done.
But he's just making the noise. So
I accompany him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He is actually quite impressed with my prowess, considering my state.
So, amidst the impromptu bagpipe concert with Ander and a jig performed by our drunken master, Zarek seems to have come around a little bit. He's
I
still
want you to
very
think kind of
wary
like
of you.
Wizard of Oz dance by the Tin Man, where he's kind of like doing these weird like kind of how I'm pulling it off.
Very visual. Love it. And Zarek's like, did you find him somewhere?
yeah. You know, that's what happens.
What does this creature do for you?
He makes food and stuff.
He makes food.
Yeah.
What, Zarek? You make food and stuff?
He's also magic.
Yeah, clearly he's magical if he makes food. What kind of food? Do you make drinks?
He doesn't.
Do you like drinks?
Drink. Yeah. He's stuttering and he looks very, very uncomfortable, and he still doesn't want to answer.
Oh yeah. You gotta kind of like go a little slow.
He will grow on me. He has grown on me already.
Zarek's down the pantry.
Oh no.
Come out of the pantry. What's in the pantry?
No. Stop talking to him right now. He's regressing.
Okay.
Zarek, you're doing a great job.
I like you anyways,
You're doing
Eric.
a great job.
Thank you, Master.
We really appreciate everything that you do for us.
I would like a hug.
I've got a hug buddy for you.
Okay.
Get that prestidigitation ready, would you? I embrace him with a nice, strengthy hug.
Okay. You hug the spectator once again, and you see his little eyeballs wrap around your arm, and you see his big toothy grin.
He's so wholesome.
Okay.
Thank you, Master Anolo. I could not make hay, I'm sorry.
Listen,
His
buddy,
spectator
I can't
eyes are
imagine.
smiling.
It's tough. He's tough. Don't worry about it there, guy.
Okay.
Don't listen to him.
So yeah, what do you
I
want
said
to ask
nothing
Eric
wrong to
anything?
your
Why'd you
spectacle.
come check
He's
on
a beautiful
Oh, we just
creature.
want to make sure he's with the party again.
He's still here.
You know,
Yeah, no, Zarek has
Like,
not wandered off.
we
He's
left
very,
him
very
and-
dutiful.
I was worried about Zarek.
Okay. This is a weird place. It's very cold here. I do not like it. I like the Feywild better.
I'm very cold in here. It's nice and breezy.
We got a guy that makes beer. We got a spectator that makes pizza. I think we should just go back.
Open up.
Do some and open a restaurant.
Where everybody
Pizza lot.
Yeah, right. Turns into Cheers.
I don't know. It's not many magic items to be gained that way. That's the trouble.
What?
Okay, what are we doing?
Not enough magic items doing that.
What are we doing? Now let's
Rest.
get a rest.
Rest
Full
up.
rest.
Okay.
I'm in a tiny hut somewhere.
Okay.
Somewhere slightly inconspicuous.
Not well. There's not really a lot of
Go
places
inside
like
of a
that.
longhouse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can go inside the longhouse, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
well, yeah. Okay. So you walk in the longhouse and you make up this little tiny hut that's available for all of you to partake in and or rest.
Before we rest, I don't want to roleplay this, but I just want to walk around to the people.
Okay.
Say hello. We're here to help, and don't be afraid of us. We're gonna try to get you into a safe place.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm gonna go with him and do that.
Okay,
actually.
that's an even better reason why to roll with advantage.
Well, I rolled a 19.
You can get it.
A 19. Yeah,
Oh.
I like this die.
Okay.
Whichever one you like.
19.
That's,
Go
So
crazy.
you
That's
and you,
30.
accompanied by your new kobold friend Snow, who seems to tag along with you, despite your initial resistance to him. And you both together, you seem to talk to a lot of the townsfolk, reassure them that you are here, your cause is good, you're noble, and you're going to protect them as best you can. And is that fair?
Yeah, just being trying to
While they
Reassure
wander
them.
off,
politic a little bit.
Okay. You do.
While they wander off, I realize what I think is my pet. I'm starting to assume for some reason that Snow is my little buddy.
Okay.
And I see him go off with Anders. So I look over to Nolan like, I just want you to know, I'm not trying to take your lady from you. Okay, I offer drinks because I'm friendly, and I don't know why she doesn't. I'm just trying to be friends. I'm sorry.
Hey, buddy, let me just tell you something. You're not her type.
Okay.
And do that, but
Really not to give me an out for this? I'm gonna keep this going.
Yeah,
Point. Son of a.
And
Oh
listen,
my God.
I mean, I'm usually just there for. And the pizza's here with that, I think.
I was really hoping you'd give me an out so I could stop calling him she.
I won't.
I love it.
Just listen, don't take it to heart.
Now I'm turning it into a love triangle where I'm starting to feel this weird kind of tension because you're not like responding to my friendliness. I'm like,
You could just do an investigation check and realize he's not a woman.
Only if you successfully roll.
listen,
He's got beer goggles on
trying
all
to-
the time.
that's true. Okay.
listen.
All the time.
He's the
Applause,
prettiest looking dude I've ever seen. It's like a hairband. Have you seen some of this hairband videos?
So after we have taken a quick break, had some refreshments, and all you guys have just finished a long rest inside the longhouse. Your spells are back, your hit points are back, you've been rejuvenated, and people are slowly waking up. It is a new day in the Frostfell. It is cold, obviously, and the wind is picking up a little bit. It feels like there is a nip in the air that might mean snow, but we're not sure. It is starting to rain a little bit.
Did we sleep in a tiny hut?
You did.
What was Eric's reaction to the little lizard?
To the what?
To the little lizard.
Oh yeah, that's right. Zarek looks at you with one eye. He's like,
You look like you don't belong here.
Very welcoming.
To be fair, I get that.
I don't belong here either.
You seem all right, though.
He's another friend. We're new friends.
Thank you, Master Tuazard. I feel like I know him. This is he could be my friend.
Oh, okay. You're no good. He's
I
okay.
extend a claw and handshake.
He kind of look. He sticks out his tongue,
Oh no.
and he wants you to shake his tongue.
I do so.
Oh, dear.
He retracts it. He goes, "We are friends now."
Yes. Yes, we are.
I know where I stand, so I'm just looking at this like it's like my kid beating someone else and having a time.
I have two very important questions. We didn't finish the role play with the other Goliaths. And what was the sleeping arrangement? Because I'm very uncomfortable at this part.
Yeah, there's some weird talk about cheese that happened before we took a break.
That's true.
Okay.
Is there like a water source in the tiny hut? Just supplies it, or
Zarek can make water.
Yeah.
But he can.
Zarek can make water. He is familiar with water.
Clarify.
Well, hey, could you give me a glass of water real quick?
Classic.
Do you have a container,
Any water will do.
Master Kobo?
Yeah. Yeah, any water will do.
Any water will do.
No.
I will ask you to open your mouth then.
Oh, God. I'm leaving the hut.
Not to drink. Not to drink.
Not to drink? What do you want water for?
Cup your hands over.
Just in the hands.
In your hands. He takes one of his eyes, kind of points it downward, and like this clean, fresh water just gushes from an eye. He pulls up and looks at you. Is that okay? Blink, blink.
That'll work.
Goodness gracious, did you just put all those tears?
No. Not tears. Just water.
So,
You can make anything you want come out of your eyes?
I can make food and drink.
Could you make whiskey?
What is whiskey?
Okay, here's my satchel.
Oh no.
Do you see what's in here? Here, I'll pour some on your eye.
No! You're not my. I knew you were not my friend. No!
I'm sorry. Can you make more of that?
He looks. His eye is red. He looks really upset, and he kind of points one menacing at you. It's like,
Make more of that, and I promise I'll leave you alone for the rest of the day.
make an intimidation check.
I'm trying to persuade him kindly, actually.
That was kindness?
That was not kindness.
That didn't come across as kindness to me. Oh my gosh.
Wait, did you finish what you were doing?
So with my handful of water, I'm going to use shake water to make it wash my hands.
Oh.
Okay.
Because he just shook his
Snow washes his
tongue.
hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, that's fair.
Would you have a
I'll be
4?
cool.
I had a 4.
That is not enough.
Yeah.
He looks at you and he counters with, "You rubbed something in my eye again," and he holds up one of his eyes, and it starts to look radiate red and black, and it's like you will get wounded.
I'm sorry, Zarek. I did not mean to intimidate you. I was really just trying to see if you could make more of my special tonic. I'm sorry. But I'll leave you alone. I can tell that you have no taste for me.
He says, "Apology accepted."
Really?
Hey Zarek, what is that?
Thank you, Zarek.
Zarek, what is that thing that you were just about to do to him? You said you were going to wound him. What?
Yes, Master Tuzard, I was.
Is that
He made me angry.
a magic thing that you were
Well, I am not defenseless, you see, which is part of the reason why my previous master summoned me from the far realm, and I can do things.
Awesome.
I can cause immeasurable pain,
Cool.
and I can stop people from moving. or make them run in fear. And others.
We need to keep you around more closely, more often, I think.
Paralyze and torture? We could have had this guy just do that.
Overhearing this, Northwind is just looking over like a lot of respect. Like, what are we doing?
I'm going to talk to the Goliath. I'm going to try to convince them, like, don't come with us. Okay? You should be the ones who go and tell Alcar, the chief, about us, and that we are good allies. And then after we are done rescuing Oberon, we will coordinate with your people to see if we can overthrow your oppressors. Wow.
Okay, make a persuasion check with advantage.
Roll it. I'm with you on this. 14.
25.
No, you got an advantage though.
Oh, that's
Yeah, just do it twice.
What the hell?
Those
That's
dice
it.
need no
It's
advantage.
a little peculiar. What's going on with that die?
Did you tell me something about this? Or?
It's called the dice of advantage.
Every time you roll it,
It's
it'll roll the same.
It's pre-advantaged.
Yeah.
So it will always give you its very
Okay.
nicest.
So,
It's also weighted.
No, I saw it. Okay. They look at you and they nod. And what's his? I'm sorry. What was his name? So many names. Maneo speaks up and he says, "That was probably a prudent choice of action. So I think we will brave the icy peaks, and we will try to find Alcar to give him word that there is a brave band of heroes that are willing to fight alongside us, and hopefully free ourselves from the tyranny of these giants." Godspeed, good sir.
Thank you. Mano. And may...
Maneo.
Maneo?
Yeah.
And may Tyr watch over you.
And Helm.
Helm, yes. Helm, who reports to Tyr. They will both watch over you.
I just kind of wave. He just like, thanks. We're gonna
You
go.
are aware of the relationship that Helm serves my god.
I am aware that Helm is my god.
Okay.
So
You see that the Goliaths, they go up into a different house to get some supplies and some other things needed for their journey off to Alcar. Around you, there are other people. They, again, slow start to the day. There's this awful smell coming from a local tannery because it's a tannery and they have bad smells. But there are also other more savory kinds of smells from campfires. There is a small pot around the central campfire where there's some porridge being cooked, and there seems to be a small bakehouse that is making some fresh bread.
You just missed pot and bakehouse. Come on, Mike.
I'm a drunken master.
He's a drunken master. Yes.
Usually around.
What are we doing?
Westendorf is more of the.
Let's provision ourselves.
Yep, get some rations.
Okay.
And we all have warm weather gear now, right? We found it.
Yeah, you found that sack of clothes.
I'd like to trade in some of this.
Do we have enough
Sack
for
that we
multiple
acquired.
changes? Or are we just going to be like in one parka for the entire
You're in
day?
one parka.
Maybe we should.
Additional parkas.
Extra gloves and definitely an extra pair of boots. Just to,
I have 200 gold worth of diamonds. I'd like to perhaps make something useful out of.
You shared the diamonds, that's right.
So, is there a place, I wonder, in this town? I'm going to wander off and see if there's any place nearby. And being an urchin, I know places where they need to be and I can get there fast in a town, so.
Well, unfortunately, there's only... It's a small town, it's not like a thriving city, so supplies and interesting things are kind of few and far between. But there is a very old brewery in town, and there is the tannery. There's the stable. There is a local weaver and mason. And there's also a place to procure dried meats. And it's also doubles as a smokehouse to smoke and cure these various kinds of meats.
I'm gonna go to. I make my own brew. I carry my kit with me, and I have different things fermenting in my little sack here. But yeah, I would go to the nearby butcher to see if there's some provisions I can acquire.
Sure.
Because it seems like we're going to be on a bit of a trip.
Yep.
So I walk in. It's like, hello, good friend. How are you, butcher?
As well as can be expected.
Indeed, it's tough times.
Yes.
But perhaps you may be asking yourself, what is this Goliath bringing into this beautiful place of yours that can be of help? I present you a way to store many of your riches in something smaller than piles of gold. Diamonds.
What is this about?
What I'd like to do is exchange some delicious provisions and some gold from you. In exchange, I'd give you this satchel of diamonds I've acquired through adventuring. It would be easier for you to store, and at the same time, a lot easier for me to acquire something more useful in other places.
You would like to buy some food?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Where did you get the diamonds?
Adventuring. Did you not see me in my great acts of heroism? I saved you people with the rest of that odd lot behind me.
Make a deception check.
Wait, I'm not deceiving anyone. I helped. Dude. That's not a deception. That's persuasion. Fine. All right.
You didn't get them. He gave them to you.
You are deceiving.
Snow gave them to you.
You ran. It wasn't from adventuring so much.
Okay, fine. I guess I'm kind of bending at 13.
13. He looks unconvinced. He's like, "Are you a criminal?"
What?
I don't want any trouble. I have enough trouble as it is. I
no
mean,
trouble at all.
seriously,
No
I just
trouble.
give you
No,
some meat if you're just gonna leave me alone. I don't really need.
Wait, let's slow down and go back. So you just give me some meat if I just leave you. What if I just give you a couple of these diamonds and you give me some meat?
I don't want any favors. No, I don't do that.
It's not a favor, okay? It's not a favor. I'm gonna leave about 20 gold's worth of diamonds here.
No.
And give me some provisions for me and my friends.
But this time we come in.
Okay. He looked at you and he believes you this time.
Look, my friends, they're coming in. They're right here.
Oh God.
Hi.
You brought your heavies?
What?
They're not fat. They're beautifully fit.
Are you calling me fat?
No, lady, he's not calling you anything. He thinks you're beautiful.
Thank God. Wait a minute.
Tell her she's beautiful.
God, I really don't want trouble. Here, have some sausages. Here's my fresh dried sausage.
Yes, the lady likes that.
Wow.
Give it to her slowly.
He starts unrolling links. Here, just take it and go. I don't want any more. Just go.
More than we can handle, thank you.
Just paying 20 gold for that?
You now have basically a rope length worth of sausage.
How much money did he spend? Did I
spent
spend 20 gold on a rope link?
I was trying to make
Which the
you
guy,
feed the guy.
while the guy thought that he was robbing them.
Wait, he's got 50. Wait, let's put this in perspective.
I
He's got 50
overcompensated
feet
trying to be nice to the
of
guy.
sausage.
For
You have
20 gold.
feet of sausage.
For 20
I'm
gold.
not wearing like a bandolero of sausage.
He lost 20 gold on the sausage. And the guy thought he was being robbed. But just to be clear.
Wait, so the guy thought he was being robbed, but he made 20 gold out of 50 feet of sausage.
Yes.
That's how interactions with North go.
I'm going to ask for change for North.
Would change?
I just think he was robbing him, man. I'm trying to make amends. Like, no, I'm not robbing you, dude. I just want some sausage.
What do you say?
It just made it worse.
I don't think the sausage is worth 20, pal. What's the fair price?
I just don't want any trouble.
We're heroes. Did you not see us save the people?
See, I told you.
Am I with you guys?
I didn't see anything. I didn't hear.
Well, you should ask Manoa.
Maneo.
Mateo.
Yeah, except with N's.
That's
Yeah,
Hakuna
but,
Matata.
Mateo. But
Mateo.
There you go. It's a Spanish Matthew.
Yes, ask the mayo.
Maneo says you're okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So
You want change?
Yes.
Yes.
How much was the sausage really?
we're no
And
thieves.
honestly, we really need provisions because we are trekking northward.
Your sausage is delicious, always.
Thank you.
Yeah. Huh.
You're going north? This time of year? Okay.
Why is this time of year a bad idea to go north?
Well, we're close to winter.
It's not winter now?
Yeah. What do you say?
No, this is our growing season.
Feywild's looking pretty good this time of year.
Right, we're gonna need some provisions to help.
Okay,
keep the
so
laws
here,
warm.
let me help you. Let me help you. He goes in the back. He comes back out. He's rolling a barrel, and inside he puts the barrel up, and inside the barrel it's a whole big barrel of cranberries. So this will help you, stay hydrated. This is going to be useful for you to keep your vitamin D up and all that stuff. I'll throw this in with the sausage, and hold on. He goes back out, and he comes back out with a couple of bags of cheese, and so he's got these two he pulls them out. There's this nice orange rind giant cheese wheels. Can't go wrong with good cheese. Puts them in a sack and puts it back on top of the barrel. Okay, what else are you gonna need? He goes in the back. He comes back out again, and this time he pulls up this long strand of dried fish on a chain.
We have. So, all right. I appreciate all that we're doing here, but we have meat, we have fruit, we have delicious cheese. Do you have any of that delicious bread that you travel with? It's like a sheet. It's delicious. It would go great with all of these great travels that we have. We need some carbs.
You need to go to the baker.
Yes, he's a butcher. We go to the baker.
Are we fish people?
Is there a
I
candlestick
prefer
maker?
sausage if he gives us more fish.
No candlesticks here. Sorry. Okay. So this, because all the provisions, this should get you. This is 20 gold. This should get you. Keep you safe for a while.
We divide it up. So
Consider it a gift from me, friends. We travel together. It's food is on me. Thank you for bringing me along.
I don't eat.
I'll find a way to make you smile anyway.
I can't smile.
Challenge accepted.
Okay.
So we have enough rations to.
Yeah. You have plenty of rations
We're good on the
for a month.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We also have
You're
a
welcome.
spectator that can make
That's
food,
true.
Unlimited.
but it's a little bit weird. So
Oh wow.
It's a trade-off.
yeah, exactly.
He's
I don't understand why.
So why
Does
you
Zarek
guys...
need food?
No, Zarek doesn't need any food. He's totally cool.
It's like a thing from.
I mean, he makes it himself. He's fine. The shopkeeper looks good. So I'm just curious now. Why are we heading north, or why are we going out in the snow during winter?
Insight. I got 9.
Got 17.
Did you want to give him advantage?
19.
Okay.
No, if you
I
make
was
advantage,
wondering that too.
Okay.
just roll another 17. Because
That's fine. Okay, so you look at the shopkeeper, you're like, well, he seems totally on the level. He's totally curious. And Ender, it looks like he's being genuine. Like he's really just kind of perplexed, and just curious about why a troop of adventurers who he's never seen and just bought a bunch of provisions is heading out there.
He seems on level with me.
Roll me too. Well, we've got to settle the score.
Settle the scroll.
The score to settle. To settle the score.
Yeah,
Have you been drinking from my bottle?
Clearly, mate. We've got a score.
Some drink likes hard drinks, huh?
Really, we're just looking for a friend. He's an elf. Well, a lot more elfy than I am. I'm only half elf. He's an Elijah, actually. Oberon? You ever hear of him? No?
No,
don't think so.
it's alright. I haven't. I don't get much news out here.
I've met my friend.
We were told that he was taken on a raid.
You're not there. I'm just thinking of
The last place you might have been to was the mines.
Right, and
The mines.
when we talked to somebody, they said that there was one special cargo that was transported all by himself, kind of in his own wagon. Did you see anything like that in here?
No, I see wagons go full of people to the mines, but those people don't come back.
Did you see one wagon where it's just one man or creature in it?
I saw a steel wagon, but I couldn't see inside of it. Which,
How?
like you think of it. Most of the wagons I see are wood. I didn't. That's weird.
How long ago was that, friend?
Maybe a few months ago.
The changelings have been plotting this stuff for years, right?
How long? We don't know how
Time
long
behaves
ago
differently.
Oberon's been missing, have we?
And
Yeah.
there's a time discontinuity between the two.
So it could have actually been like years ago,
Or last week.
or a day. Right? Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to go start searching.
Say a group of people like us, adventurers, we're going up to that mine. What stuff should we prepare for? Maybe not the stuff that you can provide, but what kind of gear should we have?
Climbing gear.
Okay.
Excellent question.
Yes.
I mean, that mine has been damaged. And I know the hobgoblins are running it again for the giants, but I cannot guarantee what kind of condition it is in. I mean, this whole mine was carved into the side of a mountain. And they keep going farther and deeper as far as I know. I don't know if it's just for diamonds or if they're looking for something, but day and night, it seems to run as far as I understand.
Right, so we're gonna have to get us some gear, some climbing gear.
Is there a climbing gear merchant in town?
Sorry.
Perhaps somebody gives us a rope.
You can get a rope.
I have a rope.
I've also got an immovable rod.
Well, that could be handy.
Could be
I mean,
extremely handy.
There's definitely a rope. You could probably find some stuff to make some like pitons or some other things to.
Yeah, probably from a smithy, right? Like we could get like
Something
ice.
like a grappling hook.
Well, this is an
Yeah.
ice mountain, right? So they would have like ice spikes.
Yeah, there's some basic some ice gear,
Okay.
but nothing for like rappelling or
Right.
anything like that.
We could make a harness out of from the tannery.
All we really need is for somebody to turn into some sort of creature that can climb really well, or just climb really well, with the immovable rod, and then drop a rope down.
Oh, I can help you there.
Oh, cool!
You need to explain yourself, probably.
Oh, right.
My marvelous pet is amazing.
What?
One of my parting gifts for leaving home, Father Gwyn gave me one of his adventuring items. It's a cloak of Arachnida. It allows me to walk up any sheer surface.
Oh, hey! Perfect!
Like walk up it, like
Spider climb it.
Yep.
Like at walking speed, basically.
Very handy considering I'm not very good at climbing myself.
I might be able to teleport out too. So I guess we're covered.
I'd I'd like to
So you say you could go up the side of a wall as if you were
take some
crawling
time to
on the
do and
ground?
identify on the one scroll that I have that it was not identified.
Ceiling too.
Right. So, do you have the proper components?
Yes.
Okay.
The pearl with however much gold.
Okay, the last scroll is a scroll of arcane lock.
The last what was an arcane scroll of arcane lock?
I had a scroll that was
Oh, that's
not,
right, that you got, right.
that was not identified yet.
I feel like I should have taken a moment to discuss with you stuff that Wes could have given you before you left.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Yeah, that would have been handy.
No, I knew I wasn't giving that away. If you're gonna run into me again, I'm gonna have stuff in that bracelet, I assure you. Oh, by the way, that sun.
Okay. So, I think, are we done here in the shop?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you turn around, you exit, back into the town. Not much has changed. People are still trying to rebuild the watchtower, slowly but surely.
Considering the amount of provisions we have, are we going to need a cart?
No,
You guys
handy
have
haversack, right?
You have the handy haversack still, right?
It should
Who had that?
Or no, is it a
Yeah.
bag of holding?
Bag of holding with
Tyrael has a bag of
Tyrael
holding.
had.
Plus,
Remember, he and I basically were kind of redundant because I had a bracelet of holding and he had a bag of holding.
And you have the mammoth with the sacks on the
yeah,
side.
that's
so.
what I was.
We can split up some of these stuff, so that's all.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem.
Sweet.
So you have a giant pack animal. Okay,
Who's gonna keep track of the provisions?
I will.
We haven't bothered playing with that, really.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
no,
don't
this-
necessarily need
It's,
to. I don't
yeah,
know.
it's just kind of a formality. Like we just make sure we have it.
Between the spectator. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would we hit the tannery for more inclement weather gear?
I wouldn't need it.
Should I? Well, no, I'm a Goliath, so I'll be fine
need
going further up there. I don't care.
Yeah, you should be okay.
yeah.
But that being said, I don't think some of you will be quite as comfortable as I will in my homeland.
I would like an extra set of clothes back in.
Okay.
Coats, pants, gloves, hat, scarf, that kind of stuff.
You never wear a nice dress.
Okay.
Cold weather, yeah. Well, I had one set. I got them, yeah.
So yeah, you go into the tannery and you see a very fine assortment of cloaked pants, gloves, all made out of
What about you?
Let's see.
Did you require something
very
to
fine
wear
leather,
for the cold?
and inside
scarf
is
is
the
enough.
tuft of winter wolf.
Okay.
Why do you wear? Does the cold bother you?
How much?
And why do you wear
And he looks at you and he squeezes like,
Come
well,
on. It's a
the
long
whole
story.
the whole thing,
Very well. Over another drink.
20 gold.
Okay, trying to go with this.
Trying to charm your way down.
Yeah, never mind.
Anything a little more my size, by chance?
Look, are you a kid?
I fit clothes for them, but no.
I have a scarf, but things of your size, nah, kind of, maybe a vest. I have a scarf and a vest.
He is a vest.
That worked.
Okay. And he pulls out this kind of a well crafted scarf and vest, again out of winter wolf wool and hide, not wool, hair. And he has it 10 gold.
10?
Excellent.
Is it special that's Winter Wolf, or is it just cool because that's what would be here?
It's local flavor.
Okay.
Super
I was
warm.
just worrying about the same thing. I was like, oh shoot, but I have all this fuzzy clothes. Is this enough?
Well, I mean, their winter wolves are different than other wolves, and they're part of the local fauna.
Yeah, I just wonder if they were like more resistant to cold because.
Oh, they're not magic. They're just
We're like
warmer.
we're heading into really cold
Yeah, they're
territory.
warmer.
You know what? I'm gonna get a sleeveless vest from this guy. Of course you are. Yes. I mean, my muscles got to show.
Okay.
You wearing armor?
Yeah. No, it's under it. I wear his insulation layer, even though I don't need it.
So, okay,
I'm
well,
naked under this thing.
what kind of sleeveless vest are you looking for?
Just get a tavern.
That kind, with the wolf hair, making it, nice look.
Okay. He starts pawing through some extra layers of stuff. He's like, okay, your size. He pulls up.
You should get a tavern.
Yeah, this is
What tavern do you say?
this was from a female wolf I caught myself. So yeah, here you go.
Call it yourself.
Yeah. This is probably like the only place you're gonna find clothes that fit you.
Yeah.
That's
right.
True. Yeah, that's true.
I gotta go to the big and tall section.
I was half expecting him to just grab a shirt.
And it's gorgeous. I mean, it's not the fur's on the inside, so like, all the leathers on the outside. It's all exquisitely tailored, really fine edges and things like that.
He put care into this one.
He
because
did.
Caught it.
Yeah, he's like, I can't let this one go for less than 15 gold.
15.
Yes.
I'll give you 20
What?
for the workmanship, man. And
You
listen.
don't understand how this works.
No,
I'll give you 50.
I look at it, and the man made it himself from a wolf he caught himself. I appreciate the work. $20. 20 gold.
Okay. He's gonna make a persuasion check. I need you to make an insight check.
Terrific.
He's trying to.
Right now, they're looking at these new people like, they're just rolling cash.
Did you
Just
say
rolling
insight?
deal.
Yeah.
It's a 15.
15. Yeah, so he says, I appreciate the gesture, but it's really just worth 15 gold. You don't have to go above and beyond,
Fine. Oh,
though
okay.
the kindness is not lost on me.
Oh, what nice, honest gentlemen. Unlike the rest of you. Thank you.
Hey, what I do?
Deeply appreciative of the comment.
Oh no, I just added 15 gold. I'm sorry.
Stealing.
Oh, who's on us now?
Yeah.
Man.
Removed.
Okay. Anything else before you leave town? We should talk to? Drew?
Is there a lodge for hunters? I would like to inquire.
Not in town.
No?
No, some of those lodges are... Actually, make an investigation check to see if you can find out. 10. You start to inquire, but people don't really want to respond to you because you're small and a kobold. Sorry.
Oh, racism is a thing.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Does the blacksmith seem to have anything as far as like
There isn't a blacksmith here.
no? Alright.
Sorry.
Crossbow bolts for me.
You have any?
20.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
20 should do you.
Your magic's fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are.
Oh, I was just like, let's go to the mines.
Let's go rescue
Lord.
people and
Yeah.
Stop.
We've
Ready.
been grinding our heels today.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
last time was quite a bit of battling going on.
Well, we're about to get some more, my Goliath
Let's
friend.
do it.
Let's do this.
Alright, I'm ready.
You guys load up the mammoth.
Mammoth
Let me put these sausages off right here.
Okay.
Kick the mammoth.
Who's Keg? Who's gonna drive Keg?
Yeah. That makes sense.
Alright, cool. What do we need for driving this thing?
Animal handling.
I got that, but can I talk to it then?
You can talk to Keg.
Yeah, just get him to drive himself.
Listen, buddy. I'm going to be holding the reins,
Keg's voice.
and I am totally going to be steering you. But you just got to keep walking. And we're going to go to those mines. Wait a minute, this thing went to the mines before, right? We took it... Hey, big guy, listen. Remember those mines? You carted all... Okay, you carted all those guys up there. Well, we need to get to that mine. Can you get us there? And I keep looking at the mic.
Yeah.
Well, good, because that's where we want to go. So let's do it. Right now.
Do we have to?
We definitely do.
Can I have some cranberries first?
You can have a whole handful of them.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Handful of cranberries? Two mammoths.
I fed a horse this weekend.
Oh, you're just
Yeah.
having flashbacks.
We had Zarek on the mammoth as well.
Is Eric's on the mammoth?
Yeah, we got Zarek.
Yeah,
up on
Zarek's
it.
Next time we
with
should
us.
make one of those hoses
Okay.
that go straight to the mammoth's mouth. We just drop cranberries right
Okay.
in. Zarek infused.
What?
Cranberry maker.
He's gonna make cranberries. I see.
So the Keg looks at you and goes, "What is that?"
What was what?
Kind of
Oh,
points.
Sarah?
Zarek?
Is that what it's called?
It's called Zarek. He's very nice.
He makes food.
Free cranberries.
And drinks, right?
Wait, I don't know that.
Oh yeah, we can't. We're not talking to them.
I totally forgot.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
You can't talk to a mammoth. What are you thinking?
So I got a 19.
Oh, giant sloth.
Okay.
Yeah, 23.
He's like, he makes cranberries.
Just like that, buddy. He just makes food. If you want cranberries, he makes them. If you want blackberry pie, there's a whole heap of it back there. Where there's supposed to be a bunch of hay. But he can make you anything.
Good in my book.
Finest
He's
pies
good.
in the middle
He
of
puts
the
out a woolly leg, and so
Preserved by the
Zarek kind of
cold.
hovers onto it. And he lifts him up, and Zarek kind of hovers at the same time, and just goes up and then gets him on the back.
Our modes of transportation are like heavy metal covers. It's like, here's a bunch of warriors on top of a mammoth. Before it was like flying the giant bird, and then there was the Triceratops
Dragon
worm, whatever it was.
The lizard.
Triceratops?
Triceratops.
Okay.
All right, Master Onolo. You ready to do this?
Let's do it, kid.
All right.
Let's do it fast time, right?
Double time?
Yeah. But don't, don't exert yourself. But yeah, but we want to get there quick. I'm a friendly Goliath, everybody. I got the welfare of others is my
Hurry
main
up and
concern.
wait, why don't you?
Well,
I'm getting mixed signals.
Keg, one other last thing. I may have promised a couple cheesemongers some mammoth cheese, so we just gotta come up with some milk at some point, buddy. I mean, maybe not your milk, but maybe a friend's.
He turns his head up at you, like just kind of side eyes you. He's like,
I didn't make any promises.
You can't speak mammoth.
yeah. He just shakes his head.
I speak body language.
He starts walking. He starts.
You sound right, buddy.
Yeah.
He's just not even.
So are the villagers going for the portal or what? Because that had been our original idea.
No one told him to go.
They were repairing their village, so I assumed that they didn't want to go.
Should we?
What about the lady that we came?
Oh
over
yeah,
with?
right. What's her?
Turog.
Turok 2. Turok 2.
Turag. Turog. Not the fictional dinosaur hunter.
The video game was fun.
Yeah.
Can we?
The split screen for
Can we retcon
chicken.
that we? Can we retcon that we went and talked to her and got her to take everybody?
We just rewind it like DJs do when they spin it.
Say no.
Not particularly. I mean, you can turn around.
Hey,
You haven't gotten very far.
All right. Yeah. We should get these people out of here, don't you think? Or at least talk to them about what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I totally riled them up, got them there. Then you said we should not, and we should send them to the thing, and we failed on all of it. All of us.
Well,
we turned his horse around.
Will they be okay? They'll probably be okay.
I think we should talk to Turag.
Okay.
I'm staying right here on this man.
All right, the mammoth.
Oh, but
Anolo turns it around. It's like he looks like he's confused. Like what's going on?
Somebody left his wallet back in the tavern. We gotta go talk to Turag.
Oh, too much of the Gruit beer. I got you. Okay. And he turns it around.
Keg.
And Keg stops again. He's like, okay. Here we are.
5 minutes, promise.
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okay.
I basically Turag, is Turag the?
She's still around, yeah.
Is she the chieftain here, or is she the leader?
No, she's not a chieftain, but she seems to have the most presence about her.
Okay. So I want to talk to her and just explain. Look, we're worried that while we're gone, you'll be attacked again, and they'll be coming for revenge.
It'll be a couple of days. They will send a search party first to wonder what happened to their legion. So we have a bit of time. But you are not wrong. They will seek retribution.
So you won't be safe here.
No.
Do you remember where you met us?
Yes, I frequent this area very, very often.
The portal there. we'll go back to the Feywild. Surely you'd be safer there than you would be facing the hobgoblin's wrath. Unless you have other places to go.
We are kind of without good options, one might say. Here is certainly not good because our fate is certain. The hobgoblins will come and they will slay us. They will not even give us a chance to live. If we go south to the Feywild, we take our chances there, which is probably better than here. Or we could always go find the resistance in the mountains to the north.
You seem like someone who wants to fight.
I'm tired of fighting.
But it's your home.
It is my home.
Is that why you stay? Why you linger?
She gestures behind her. She goes, I stayed for all the memories of all those I've seen buried and lost.
You're braver than I to stay and look at this. I left my home.
What
And I
was
walk
this?
away sullenly.
Well, we sent the two other Goliaths to the resistance, Algar, right? Manaoa, whatever. Ice Monger there. We sent him and whoever his partner.
Mineo.
No, I'm just calling the cheese.
So they don't necessarily have to. I mean, they can join the resistance. You can't stay here. Is what I'm saying. I can give you a seal of Queen Titania, an emblem that we were her official investigators in her kingdom for a while. If you go to the Feywild, you present this, then you should make some friends amongst the Seelie Fae, the Summer Fae. The other Fae can't speak to me.
She looks at it. She goes, "You have such a thing?" Okay.
But if you want to join the resistance, that'd be cool too. Sorry,
Were you Zach Morris for a second? That'd be pretty cool, man.
be a lot cooler if you did.
Alright.
I don't know what she's gonna do. Let me make a roll here.
Yeah, if I could come back in a different life, it would be Matthew McConaughey.
Bummer.
Okay.
A lot cooler.
So I will take your generous offer of traveling to the Feywild and use this insignia to hopefully guarantee my safe passage for myself and these people. Maybe we can restart a new life down there. If you are by chance searching for people and you come across my mate or my two daughters, I don't know if they're alive or dead. They've been gone a while. I would be greatly. Tell them that where we have gone. Tell them their mother and their mate seeks them.
What are their names?
My mate, his name is Pavu. My daughters are Krealoth and Gaal.
They're good.
Paavu.
Forget it. You can tell me. I'm gonna just ask you for those names.
Sure, no problem. They're good names.
They are.
They're good names.
I'm tired of spelling.
Tired of spelling.
Says the English teacher.
I spell well in English. Goliath, not so much.
That's fair, I guess.
It's because all creatures are less. Got
Okay.
very nice names.
It's easy to speak Goliath. Listen, it's ipsum dolorum. Next time.
Okay, so what's the game plan next?
Back on a mammoth.
Back on the
Back on the mammoth.
To the
Okay,
mines.
so Turok looks. He just thank you again. May the gods smile upon you and keep you safe.
Especially Tyr,
But hell,
who hell serves.
Whatever gods you serve.
Ned yells from the map, "Let's go already!"
Okay,
tally ho.
so she says she waves and she walks back towards the center of town, and like she's starting to talk to people and things like that, like getting this whole plan moving, and you reascend the mammoth and take off. Going forward, okay, great. So I need you to make an animal handling check with advantage because he likes you.
Because he likes you. Where's that's how things work in real life? You
So I got
see things
6.
better in your life.
Total for
With
advantage?
both rolls?
Yeah, both of them. I got 6 and a 4.
Oh.
And I got +0.
Okay. So he's not going as fast as you want him to go to now. He's just like,
Slug.
and his communication animal talk still. How long does it last?
That is a good question, and I do
Is
believe
it
it
10
is.
minutes or an hour?
Speak with animals. 10 minutos.
Huh?
10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay, I think 10 minutes passed already. He's like, just kind of grumbles and he's like, okay. Okay, so but he's making his way towards the east, and you're traveling along what is a pretty well at this point well traveled path. You see these wagon wheels, the rivets through the in the ground. Lots of different tracks. Some are wolf tracks, some are mammoth tracks, some are muskox tracks. But they're going back and forth the whole way.
Did Elon make it home?
Elon.
Okay.
Recording.
Okay.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Goody. So yeah, from what I understand, Elon the muskox ran off and has been released to the Frostfell Wild to survive on his own.
In his own space.
I'm a little worried about the guy. They don't have great range.
Anyway,
Just.
Fights a charge.
Well, because Keg looks a little, he's not performing well. I'd like to give him some more cranberries.
okay. So you reach into your bag and you're gonna lean over the side and just give him some cranberries. Oh.
Smacking
Yeah,
good.
definitely eats him up. He's like, he grumbles and he kind of picks up the pace a little bit. Okay, I need you guys to make perception checks.
Well, I'm
I'm
gonna
not liking these Halloween
It was absolutely daytime, yes.
Yes.
let Mew peek out from under the hat too.
Not good.
Even worse.
12.
3.
17.
3 is what
I see nothing almost, but Mew rolled a nat 20.
Oh boy. Okay. So Mew and Ned, off in the distance, kind of stalking between the craggy bits of mountain, there is what appears to be a very large-looking troll, and he's kind of crawling and clawing his way up the mountainside.
How far away? Like
From this range, maybe about 300 yards.
300 yards.
So he's relatively close, but
Are trolls generally bad? Trolls are generally bad.
They're not the pencil topper type in this game.
Yeah. Guys, over there, there's I think it's a troll. He's like jumping around
Yeah.
on the rocks over there.
Mew sees it.
Does he notice us?
No, he does not notice you. He looks very preoccupied, like he is on some sort of mission. Definitely focused on getting up the mountain.
Does he?
Can I? Should I sneak up on it?
I don't think so.
I'm a sneaky guy.
with how?
Is he climbing
I don't think so.
erratically, like it's almost fearful, or just, yep, gotta do this?
He's determined. There's if you want to know about his emotional state, you can do an insight check.
Sure.
Is there anybody else
I will
that
also
we can
do
see?
an insight check.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh,
15.
15. Even from this distance, you can tell that there is a bit of fear to him, mostly because he seems like he has to do something he doesn't want to do. And that he is alone,
For sure.
for sure.
I wonder if I can catch up to him.
Are we heading directly towards them?
Is there any reason?
Not really.
to
You
go
guys are kind of
over there?
perpendicular. Like you're going mostly to the east, and he's heading more towards the north.
Then he saw. Is it kind of at the junction where, like, he'd be going towards where the resistance is?
As far as you know, the resistance is in that general direction.
It's in that general direction?
Yes, but you don't know if he's going there or if he's going just up towards the higher parts of the mountains.
Robot, do you have no way to track this character?
Not really.
I don't think we need to go near him, but his
Perhaps
concern-
where he's going may be of interest.
You can't make range at that.
Oh, yeah,
No.
yeah, maybe at 20. Yeah, so that's...
Can you speak to him?
No, that's too far away.
Can you change Mew into a bird? Fly him
No.
up there?
Yes.
Oh, you could change him into
Yeah,
a bird?
You can change him.
Or we can just take this mammoth right up next to him. He already looks half skittish and determined. I mean, we know he's there. We know what mountain he's on. We can get closer and just try to ambush him.
Mew wouldn't be able to do much.
Right. If we send Mew out, that's probably no
Like
good.
he's
Just
just
gonna
going to
get
get a better
squished.
look.
Right. And we're going to get that in 300 yards.
Are we headed towards?
Sort
You're
of.
kind of perpendicular. You're
Perpendicular.
heading off to the east. He's heading almost up the mountainside towards the higher peaks.
Can you cast spells through your familiar?
No, I mean they can do touch spells
Oh, okay.
through them. I can do a touch spell.
I was wondering if maybe you could, like, message relay station or something weird.
I mean, cell phone tower him.
I can't.
Okay.
Let's I think I vote we keep going.
Well, we don't
Ignore
really
him?
have much to do with him, and he's going. So
Any
What if
opinions?
he's nice? What if he's a nice troll? There's a nice, good little dude. He's little. Look how little he is.
Well, I guess we keep going.
Either one, I'll defer to the group.
well,
I don't like the idea that there's a troll climbing up a mountain. But I also like the idea better that he doesn't see us really coming right now. He will eventually. It's a mammoth.
but if he needs help and we help him, maybe he'll help us.
I don't struggle with any trolls.
He's
Yeah,
talking
usually
about
you-
squirrels.
I certainly don't have whatever language they have, so
What do they speak? What do trolls speak?
Giant.
Well, ought to.
So does he, I would assume.
Maybe not.
I speak. I only speak Goliath and common.
I don't think.
But I have a
Goliath?
giant heart.
He does speak giant. That's what he means.
Yeah. Okay.
What's the
He's confused.
what's the
We need to
Only
figure it out.
common and giant. Excuse me. I
What's
just
that?
speak giant.
what's the verdict?
I'm gonna say if he wants to talk to it, we'll go ahead. If he doesn't wanna, let him do his thing.
Me talk to him? No.
No, what do you think?
Oh, yeah. Nolo, if Nolo wants to talk, I'll do whatever the group wants to. We can go by him. I'm intrigued. I'll admit I'm intrigued. I haven't talked to a troll before.
Huh.
Well, there was a time I was married. I had to. But
What was his name?
Oh my god, he's determined.
I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Tyrael, his name is Tyr. Anyway, let's go towards him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what
so
he's doing.
make a. You kind of guide kick the mammoth.
Yeah, you're
He's,
driving.
he's just looking at you quizzically. He's like, you know, like kind of tugging you back. I'll make an animal handling check.
18.
Okay. You grab the rein and you very firmly guide him towards the troll. As you get closer, it's definitely a larger troll. He is kind of sinewy. He's definitely muscled, but there's also like these packets of like bulbous, bloating parts to him
Oh.
that look really unnatural. Like he's almost like he's really sick, like these giant pimples almost. But they're not. They're yeah, they're kind of like pustules.
Is it anything like the undead stuff that we've fought before?
Make a history check.
I don't get any of this. Do I get this plus?
You get that. You don't get the proficiency.
Okay.
Yeah. 12.
No, it is not like any of the undead things you have fought before. It is certainly a living being, but nothing you've encountered.
Yeah, we've seen it.
Okay, you can do you can make a nature check if you wish.
Nat 20.
Well.
I like this green dice.
Okay. So you're examining the troll, watching how it moves, and you see like these kinds of bloated sacks, how they sway. And you realize that they're full of poison. And this troll has been infected with disease so many times, and has been resistant it so many times. Part of his genetic code has modified it and mutated, so he's now like essentially this walking pile of venom. And if any of those pustules were to be even slightly scratched, acid would burst out of them.
Can it be cured?
It's just acid.
You can't cure acid.
Just acid.
I mean, yeah. It's not the disease afflicted him. That's how mutated. That's how he carries it now. But he is. It would just burn your skin.
I want to prep my polymorph wand.
Okay.
So if we're attacked,
I wonder if that means
Okay.
it doesn't kill your
So let me. I'll shout out to him. Are we close enough to talk?
Yeah, you could probably make it. Yeah.
Hoy! You over there.
I guess I know.
He kind of looks over his shoulder, looks around.
I repeat that same phrase in giant.
He turns around, he sees you. Looks at you like one kind of beady yellow eye, the other one's kind of shrunken. And you see what appears to be another kind of a head
Oh no.
growing out of part of his shoulder and neck area. And it's not even a whole head. It's just like an eye, like part of a mouth. You know.
Oh.
It'll give you nightmares.
Yeah.
It's like I'm just seeing teeth and like a...
Oh, yeah.
nose and like, just feed my little guy.
John Carpenter's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And even below his left side, like a little Tyrannosaurus Rex arm kind of growing out of him.
Quado.
Yeah. He goes, "Yeah, what do you want?"
Whoa.
Jesus.
My question was to see if you were okay. You look like you're sick.
You're sick. I'm fine. Mind your business.
Buddy, but you didn't even see us in that entire mammoth approach you as you're summiting this mountain. Are you okay? What are you looking for, by the way?
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, that's a 3.
Can I have this?
Yes, yes,
yes, please.
Dice.
16.
16. Who are you?
Well, my name's Anolo, friend. And this is... You guys didn't come with me, right? You guys are kind of...
Did you get off the mammoth?
Did you get off?
Yeah, am I off the mammoth?
No.
I mean, I'm... we're the old lot. And we just come... for the mines.
Then you better go to the mines and leave me alone. I'm on a quest.
Well, perhaps I can help you with that quest if it will help you get better.
There's only one end for me.
One that involves your bed?
No. I am to be consumed. Leave me alone.
To be consumed by what, mind you? What would eat
Man,
the
is he-
pus in that thing?
Is he a weaponized snack?
That's what I'm thinking too.
I didn't get that, so What a snack for what?
You want to like help him out here?
You said mentioned, yeah.
I'll message him with this idea that he might be giant food for poisoning a giant.
Well,
in which case we might want to let him do this
listen.
thing.
Let me give you a piece of sausage on your travels. Can we check it to him?
Yeah, make a what is this? A dexterity check?
Well,
We'll
it ain't
let
gonna
him-
do me any good.
Let him
But I'll
throw it.
Yeah, hey, you throw it. Him like,
This will go well.
but I'll only give him like a handful of it. Not
I've already
50
controlled.
50 yards or feet.
What do you need?
This didn't
Zero.
roll. It just kind of slid out. I'm not treating that as a roll. I'm sorry. It literally just came and slid out. I'm like, that's not a roll.
Yeah, this is it. Athletics.
Oh, okay. 8 plus 5, 13. You saw that, right? Like, it literally
Yeah,
came out.
it
I
was
was
just
like,
like I didn't hear shit. It was just like
Plus 5 is nice.
Stand straight up.
Make a sleight of hand check.
sleight of hand, I get plus 5 on that as well.
Oh, is that a 1?
Plus 5.
You roll a natural 1?
Yeah.
Okay. So, from, you reach into your satchel and you pull out the sausage and you're like, ha-ha! And you whip it and it bounces clean off
I whipped it
back
good
of Andrew's head.
Which actually is the first time I had
You hear this?
on the back of my head.
And it just
I'm
flops
just gonna
off.
wave and say, "What? Anywho, good luck."
Not even gonna try a
No,
second
we're good.
time.
I can't,
Just
look, we
go.
tried one handful of sausage. It didn't work out. I mean, the guy's clearly got what he needs. So, let
To
him
be
do
fair,
his
that
thing.
was as good as a throw that affected guy like Brady.
Man, I feel really kind of guilty about letting him just march off to his death. That ain't gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
I mean, it's a giant, man. I mean, what are they gonna do? Poison him with troll meat?
Oh no! You almost killed the DM.
Yeah, no, I'm good. Fine, go away. I'm going.
Wait, well, could we find out who he's supposed to be a snack for?
Yeah.
Does that matter?
He's walking away. He's
Oh,
climbing.
Forget it.
Let's go on.
I heard
Okay.
Star Wars theme, by the way.
Yeah.
Watched Solo today. It's pretty good.
Okay. So you sort of get back on the road, and you're heading back into the former city of Brekka. And as you approach, you see what is a town that's basically carved in the side of the mountain, and there's a giant central staircase that winds up directly to this large opening at the top, which is the entrance to the mine. But it kind of spirals, and there's staircases that go off in different paths, almost like tree branches along the side of the mountain. And there are abandoned houses all the way along these different paths. And in the center, there are two large poles, and there are shredded banners. And the one that looks to be the banner of Helm, and one the banner of God.
Is there a banner up here above the banner of
There
Helm?
definitely is not. And if there is, it fell long ago because of how good that church is.
No, I'm sorry. No banner of tier. I'm sorry. Just the two. One for protection, one for basically mining.
But they're tattered.
Yes, they're tattered. Like they've been there a long time. They're ripped by the wind and things like that.
Like nobody's taking care of it.
Yeah.
Can I take it?
No, it's far away. You're not approaching. You're not there yet. So is it? And you see that there's this weird kind of smoke that curls along most of the ground. So it kind of weaves in and out of the buildings and up the staircases. It's like this. There's a fog. You have not seen this fog anywhere else in the Feywild.
Knowledge nature.
No, I'm sorry, the Frostfell.
I was going to say,
Can
alright, that's cool.
Can I
We're
see
not
if
there.
it's a magic-y kind of fog?
Okay.
If I heard anything in Arcana?
knowledge arcana.
Sure. You want to help Tuzar with advantage?
Yeah. Oh boy, I should just.
So
taken it.
Tuzar gets advantage. So
Yeah, so it just means Tuzar gets a roll again. They're ready.
yeah, if you're helping, that's what we do. Yeah.
That's one better. So that's what?
11,
Hold on.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
17 is not bad.
Not bad.
Yeah, that one
17.
extra point adds a lot.
It doesn't look like any spell that you're aware of, but it behaves in a way that is unearthly.
I'm just gonna straight up think it's
frostily.
magic.
You're gonna just straight up think it's
I'm gonna do detect magic. I have it as a ritual.
Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So that's what takes 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you start casting your spell and you're incantating and things like that. Other folks,
That only works for 30 feet, but I'm thinking.
by the time, you'll get close enough to detect some magic by the time you finish the spell. Anybody wish to do perceptions or
Evil.
detect evil?
Oh,
What's the casting time?
It's a smell.
it's a smell.
It's a feature. Sorry. It is a divine sense. As an action, you can detect good or evil. You can see, sense anything affected by the hollow spell or no location of celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet.
60 feet.
Well, that's the location of them within 60, but I can just kind of...
Yeah. Generally, it's not evil per se, but you get an overwhelming sense of loss and grief.
Sadness. It's a very sad place. Feels like the souls of the lost and forgotten are in this mist.
As you get closer, you watch the fog kind of take the shape of a small dwarf girl.
Nightmare.
Detect magic? Pulling anything up?
She walks 2 or 3 steps and disappears back into the fog. The fog unforms.
Ned wants to look around at the surrounding area to see if there's a wizard or anything like any
Roll
other
perception.
people.
You're still casting your spell.
Oh, nat 20.
Not 20.
You're an 18.
My perception was a 5.
So you're scanning the whole mountainside, looking in and out of buildings, and all the buildings are dilapidated. They look long abandoned, that are ruined or burned, and there's no sign of any wizard figure. You do notice some people kind of peering out the window. You see glimpses of eyes, and people dash back in, but that's pretty much it.
I'm gonna use my cantrip gust to see if I can just kind of like blow some of the mist.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that cantrip yet.
So
What's the strength of it?
it doesn't give like a mile per hour on this one, but this one it's strong enough to push a medium or smaller creature 5 feet if they fail strength test, or move something that's 5 pounds or less up to 10 feet away.
Okay. Is there a DC on this?
If I'm pushing somebody, then there's a strength check. But other than that, it's just sensory effects and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay, so you...
Well, the third one, you create a harmless sensory effect using air, such as causing leaves to rustle, wind to slam shutters shut, or clothes to ripple in the breeze.
Okay. So does this take a verbal and hand gestures?
Verbal somatic.
Good. So what do you say?
Blow, wind, blow!
No.
No.
Okay. As you release your hands out, and the fog parts as a gust of wind shoots through it, but it seems to rise up against the force you create and want it to come back together.
It's a creature.
Do I detect any magic?
You did. Yes. And all the fog is kind of like. Actually, the whole area is just kind of magic.
Okay.
And
What's cool?
yes, so it's not. You can't tell for the source of it or the actual type, really. But it's like you know that the whole area around you is really this magic field that's creating this kind of effect.
Guys, I don't think this is a spell of any kind.
I clearly saw a dwarven girl a second ago.
Would a knowledge, religion, or insight do anything?
You can try. You can probably.
Religion?
Religion, probably. 21. Okay. So, based on some of the teachings that you have acquired and some of the reading you've done, you kind of remember that long ago you heard of, how do I say this? In times of great catastrophe or with overwhelming sorrow, sometimes the lost souls form a mist that cling to the ground, and they will occasionally pop up and form and then disappear.
I'll use a history check. Seeing if any of the lore I know would add to that when he's telling me.
Okay.
I guess you're telling us that.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. That was a lucky one.
Yeah, 21? 22, excuse me.
22.
Yeah.
What kind of lore are you looking for particularly?
Just, if he's relaying this to us, it's like lost souls. I'm like, oh, I think I've heard a story about that. It was the dwarven girl of Nipa. I don't know.
So maybe like they need retribution before they be absolved, or like.
Right. So as far as even in your casual conversations with some of the villagers back in Kallekot, you remember hearing people sort of talk about the ghosts of Brekka and how some of their family members they thought they saw them form in the mist and disappear. And most of these souls are most likely people who've died doing things that they were forced to do, were not given a proper burial or even an honorable death, and they are definitely spirits who are wayward, lost, and grieving.
I relay this and say to Anolo, perhaps there's something you can do.
Perhaps. Right now, I mean, they looked for home for protection and they did not receive it.
But why don't we just walk into this fog and see what's out there?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's dangerous.
If you want, I'll sneak up ahead and see if anything's going on. If there's nothing wrong, I'll flap my kilt out and say, come by with you.
I also don't want to be desecrating their final resting place right now.
They're resting, their fire will be very quiet.
I think we should go down there.
And one of the upper levels, you see a half-elven male form in the mist, walk a few steps and disappear. And just on the other side, you see a dog form out of the mist. Looks like it barks and disappears.
Who's the
Feels
person
child
that
in a
we
man.
didn't hear
Like
it.
a dog.
It looks like
the
it.
dog.
Who's the person that sent us?
We didn't
her
hear it.
husband and his
Yeah,
children?
it's just a mouth
Turok.
like it. Yeah.
Who's it?
Turok. She's a Goliath.
Let's go down. Oh, it was a Goliath. So
Turok's Goliath.
There's a half elf up here.
So let's. There was.
And a dwarf
He's
in
gone.
Huh.
He was dusted.
No Goliaths yet.
But anyway, maybe. So let's walk. Yeah, I'm gonna go drop down.
Okay.
And I want to ask the mists because I'm just such a blockhead. I'm looking for Turog's family.
Okay.
We're dismounted?
He
He
has.
did. You guys, I don't know. What are you guys doing? You guys.
I'll follow her.
Were we still heading towards the town? Are we in the town proper? Or?
You're right at the very the base of it, so you're ready near the main staircase.
Might as well come with them.
Okay.
We're dropping the mammoth here.
Yeah, let's
Let's not put the mammoth in any danger.
keep him here.
All right.
We can't tie a man with them. I think do that.
Tell
They
just
want
talk
some-
to him. Can you?
Should we leave with Zurich and some cranberries?
Yeah,
Zurich can make cranberries for him?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I
Zarek
was
is
kind of hoping Zarek would come with us.
Oh, well, then have Zurich make a bunch of cranberries and then.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Okay.
gonna have a mammoth that has some real problems.
Wait.
It's gonna have so many
Zarek doesn't have to
cranberries.
use our cranberry shaped pie. He could just make them from anything, couldn't he?
Right, no, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Zarek, can you make a pile of cranberries for this mammoth?
I could make a whole day's worth of cranberries.
Well, okay.
A
That
day
probably
for a mammoth.
just
Yeah, that's what I said.
great. Great. Can you do that real quick and then come with us?
Real quick.
You know, like
That's what it's gonna be.
I can't guarantee the quality of the cranberries.
That's all right.
Did you just admit he's a hack?
If it's quick, I mean, I need time.
How much time?
An hour?
Oh, that's too long. Yeah, do it quick.
Okay.
Some of these will taste like garbage.
Just make it. It doesn't have to be a whole day's worth.
So Zarek sort of hovers over, kind of goes behind the mammoth, and
Why does he go behind stuff?
Shy. The shy monster.
Performance anxiety.
I don't want to be here.
I like how that's your breaking point. Is that he goes behind stuff.
It's like, I'm sorry, but I'm going to change my shirt.
it's just what he does.
It's like
Great.
my dog. Bush.
But then he still looks at you while he's doing it. Yeah. So
You
I
see that,
say,
so he goes behind the mammoth. He sees one little eye come up underneath the mammoth, look over at you at Tuzar.
staring straight at you. You just did it, dude. You asked him to make cranberries, and yeah, he did it. But
I'm done.
Oh my god.
Great.
anyone got any spray?
That sounds like
Come,
a kid.
come with us.
You know.
Okay. He comes back around the other side of the mammoth, and Kag is like looking over. Okay. So you have Zarek with you, and before you is the staircase up the side of the mountain.
I called out to the mist, though, looking for drugs.
You get no response.
I'm looking for the family. What, 2 children?
What do you say it
2
louder?
kids?
Yeah. Slower and louder.
I'm looking.
The 2 kids.
What was the name?
Pagu, I think. And then I.
Oh, no, it was
Henry?
Yeah, Pavu is the base.
Pavu. Yep. And then there was like a Crayola. Craolith. So Pavu, Craolith, and...
I gotta stop that name.
Sorry. And so I say their names.
Yes, you do.
Would. If you are part of the mists, please show yourselves.
The mists seem to form a new figure in front of you, and it is not any Goliath. There's a pair of human men standing there, and they just kind of shake their heads, and they disappear.
Presumably.
Well, they're not here.
They're not in the mist. So, it could be good.
Shall we
Can you
to the
pray
right?
or something for, like, these people? Or?
Well, yeah, I could totally do that. I don't know if we'll just then...
Can I do an
there's no
insight
special
to
ability?
see if
That'd be
those
a
figures that
ancestor
showed
for them.
themselves have what their intent is? If they seem like are they being deceptive, or if
Sure,
they're
go for
really being significant?
Insight.
Yeah. Whoa. Hit the wire, but I'll go with it. 7.
You have inspiration dice.
I got a 13 on it.
Yeah, let the guy with the 13 do it.
Okay. It seems like there's no deception. They're trying to answer as honestly as they can.
Do you mean us any harm? The mists, that's what I'm speaking to.
Okay. A new figure forms. It's a young boy, young human boy, and he looks like he's holding a ball. And he bounces the ball, catches it, and it disappears.
I think
Either way, it doesn't seem like they're meaning us any harm. So I say we go into the town proper and find out what's up with the people.
Let's do it.
perhaps if there's a way to, fix things.
There are actual people up here too, guys. They're peeking their eyes out of little buildings and stuff. We can talk to real, actual people.
They're looking at us.
Imagine that.
Oh,
Yeah,
too
it's
well,
yelling at the
people.
Wait. We've talked to the
Talk to
we
the
talked to
mist.
the animals next.
yeah, let's go find them out.
So good with animals.
Let's just recount all the things that we've talked to today.
Let's talk to rocks.
My vote is straight up to the mine. I'm looking for magic items. Let's do it.
Okay.
We're talking to people.
So Tuzar starts climbing up the stairs, trucking along. You guys want to try to talk to people?
Yes. Tuzar.
All right.
We're this close, but So let's go talk to people.
Yes.
Go ahead, face.
Is there anyone around?
They're pretty much hiding.
Knock on some doors.
I maybe like
I'm gonna
I
play a
understand
song.
prayer.
Okay.
Come on. You can do it. Perform a song of reassurance and gentleness.
Hope.
No.
Is there
22?
any way you can
22.
No, I'm sorry. 19.
19.
helmed?
Okay. So you
Drapery.
pull out your lute.
Yeah.
You start. Are you singing or just playing a melody?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna play a melody.
Okay. So your melody seems to ease the general area, and even the mist kind of calms down a little bit, moves around in a different kind of pattern. And from behind a window, you see a Goliath man kind of just peer out, looking. He goes, "What are you? Who are you? What are you doing here?"
My name is Andrew. We're the Odd Lot. We've come from. I wish I could do this stuff off the top of my head better. Where were we?
Kallekot.
Closer to the sea here.
What?
Kallekot.
We come from Kallekot, where we saved the village there from hobgoblin slavers.
As soon as you mention the hobgoblins, he bristles and he kind of shrinks back a little bit. He looks around very wildly. He goes, "Be quiet. They might hear you."
Cool.
Can we come in so we can talk quietly?
Make a persuasion check.
Can I help him with that?
You may. You can give him advantage.
6. I went 4. 6 plus. No, I got 17.
Okay.
I should have went with cleavage.
Okay.
Unbutton a couple of your fur jacket lining and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Like.
Absolutely.
For all mustache.
Yeah.
Hey.
For anyone listening, to be clear, Andrew is a male.
Although apparently one of our party members does not know that yet.
Yeah, somehow. Okay.
Somehow.
So the Goliath looks through you. He kind of points to a tour on the side. There's not like a door on the side. There.
Okay, I go over.
Okay, you go up a set of stairs, and this formerly green building has just paint is chipping off. The shutters are broken, and you go around and you see there's this door that is wooden slats, but a lot of them are missing. It's really barely a door, and he kind of just pushes it and he motions you inside. And inside there is it's a long rectangular building. I don't know, maybe 30, 35 feet long, maybe 15 feet wide. There is in the corner a bunch of blankets that serves as like a makeshift bed. There's a small fire going with a tea kettle on it, and not much else. Very few provisions of other things.
Is the Goliath look kind of skinny?
Yeah,
Underfed?
he definitely looks underfed and emaciated.
Thank you for speaking with me, sir. As I said, my name is Andrew. This is my friend Analo. I don't know who else is in here with me.
Brother will come too.
We're all sticking together.
We all look
I poke my head through them like, I'm right out here.
How loud are you being? How loud are you being?
Not that loud.
No, it's not too loud. Just talking like Kermit the Frog, kind of.
Okay. Okay.
Loud enough so that they can hear me. And,
Okay.
We've come from quite far away. Our main objective here is to find the Eladrin King Oberon. Have you seen a full-blooded one of my kind?
They brought someone in who had
A steel card, maybe. Maybe you remember a steel card.
I do. He was in these weird shackles, and he had a bag over his head.
Tell us about these shackles. What do you mean weird?
They weren't like they weren't normal. They seemed to have a glow to them, like there was like a light green glow about them.
Magic. Yeah.
And that I don't know what they were. They were creepy.
Did you see him leave here?
No. I've heard that they brought him down to the belly of the mine.
Ned's gonna take out one of her little servings of like dried fish, and she's gonna go, "Hi, I'm Ned," like that. You look hungry.
Thanks. He kind of smells it.
Your name wouldn't happen to be what's her mate's name?
Pagu.
Poggers?
Pavu.
Pavu.
Pavlov and Crayola.
Pavlov and Crayola.
Yeah. No, I'm. It's not my name. I'm sorry.
You know that name?
No.
You can finish. The mist. I think it's part of some kind of the leftover souls from this place, and we've asked for it to reveal some people, and it told us, or at least it told us, it wasn't harmful to us. Do you know any more about this mist?
These mists are everybody who's died here.
Does it take any souls? Like, does it claim anybody's love?
Is it dangerous?
Not that I know of yet. I've lived here. He kind of blanks. Too long now, it seems, and I've never known it to be harmful. Just very, very sad.
Yes, I get the same sense.
Though there are people who are interested in it. There's this. They call him Golemov, and he seems fascinated with this mist. I don't know why.
Is he a bad guy?
I can't tell.
What kind of being is he?
He's having trouble describing. He's like, I don't know the name for it, but he's about yay tall, and he's, by the time he reaches his hand out, this guy's maybe about 9 foot, 10 foot tall. He's bulky. He's probably about 1,000 pounds. He's got these like leathery gray skin, like these huge ears
Sounds
that
like
kind
an
of flap,
elephant man.
and he's got this long nose that he can pick stuff up with.
That is like, it's an elephant man!
It's probably a troll.
No.
And he has like he
nose that said.
has 2 tusks that are broken.
He's an elephant man!
I'm inclined to agree
That's
with the little
something. Can I
one.
make a,
I was just
Yeah, you can make it. You can make
being
it.
ridiculous originally, but then as we kept going, I'm like, yes!
nature
Yes!
or what?
Whatever your nature, history, whatever your better.
12.
12. You like that tip where you're talking. I've heard this name before, but it's not been in your periphery of memory for a long time, so it's not really arriving to you.
Let me roll nature.
Okay.
I think it's an elephant man.
Ned is inclined to agree with you.
No one knows what this thing is.
So
I'm
jackalope?
not too concerned about the elephant man.
Try nature.
You don't want to know if it's an elephant man or not?
Pizarro doesn't care
enough.
about what kind of person it is, but he is weirded out by the way that this person is talking and how they can't seem to remember things or talk normally. And he was wondering if, like, being here, if he knows anything about, like, what could be happening to this person.
Okay.
And Mew's gonna help.
Do you want to make an insight check or
Cast
a spell?
I think Arcana.
Arcana. Okay.
Yeah, like see if there's any kind of
Okay.
like effects of him
Okay.
of the magic.
See if he's under some sort of magical influence of any
Yeah.
sort, kind of.
Or residual.
If I know anything that would do something like this.
He might just not really know. Might have been a long time ago.
16.
16. It's based on his behavior and the way he's kind of grasping at memory. It's difficult to say if it's the fog or if it's some sort of memory modification.
Oh.
Andrew, what were you saying?
Is Alvin with us?
Yeah, Alvin's with you.
I was going to have him make a bunch of good berries for him to give.
He could
out.
probably do nature check too.
All right.
He just wanted to take care of the people.
Yeah. Okay, so Alvin's walking around with like, "Hey, have a good berry." I don't know, have you heard of me? Hey, here, have a good berry.
Yeah.
So he's definitely feeding people with his good berries.
Can he make a check then?
He did. He goes, "Oh yeah, we're the elephant people. They're called Loxodons.
Oh, they are straight up elephant people.
Loxodons.
Huh.
Octodus?
Loxodons.
I have not.
Like
Did
a
not
mastodon.
know. What do we know anything about those?
Be an elephant person? I didn't even know you could be an elephant person.
Yeah, totally locks it
Oh
down.
my gosh.
Don't look it up.
Well, I wanted to see a
Cheater.
visual. I'm looking at cards. There's no
Cheater.
stats. But man, they're pretty cool.
I know they're awesome. That's why I put one in the camp in the adventure.
Well, it's a shame we have to look one up to see what they look like.
Yeah.
I've never seen a half
Instead
man,
of
half elephant.
using your imagination.
Yeah. It's a humanoid elephant.
Yeah, I'm seeing like
You'd see my
rhino.
cousin.
I'm just kidding. He's your cousin. Oh god.
Oh my god.
All right.
It's gonna be on a podcast.
Interesting.
It'd be the one thing she listens to.
I'm gonna tell everybody that like something is wrong with this. Like, kind of like huddle away from him for a second. I'm like, there's something weird with his memory. I don't know if it's the fog or the.
Can I roll an insight check to see if on this situation to see if I kind of get a vibe that this guy's acting coy?
You can.
Insight is it's 4, so I roll a 16.
He seems sincere. And he seems like he's not all there, or there's something off with him. But you get the sense that he believes what he's saying.
I would say that at the very least he believes what he's saying, but I don't think we should believe what he's saying, if you know what I'm saying.
So other than the mist, there's like nobody in the streets at all.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask him, why is everybody hiding up in their homes? Is there something wrong around here, or is it just the mist?
We're afraid of hobgoblins. Every time they come through, they put us back to work, or they take more of us, or we just we don't want to go out.
Have they been here recently?
Define recently.
Week or so.
Yeah, they usually come once a week at least.
How many days? Have they come this week yet?
Yes.
Safe.
Are you Goliath here, or are you mixed?
We're mixed.
No, kitty. That's a bad kitty.
Where did they take the cards? And the steel one specifically.
They took the prisoner up the stairs and brought him down to the mine.
What's the fastest way to get to the heart of the mine?
Well,
Is there a good way?
Well, he's kind of thinking. The central shaft is kind of perilous. It's a rickety staircase that kind of curves all the way down. It's all made of wood that shoots off into different branches where different mining corridors are. Yeah. Or there's always the mine carts in the mine.
Ride Indiana Jones car. Oh my god, I want to do that.
Gotta hit switches in the way though.
And there's always like this kind of pulley system where we would load up the diamonds or the jewels or the dirt, and they would have like these large buckets that they would have to pull up and empty out and deposit on. And then off to the right hand side, if you look up towards the mountain, there is indeed another opening, and that's where like it looks like a giant bucket ready there to be unloaded.
With the mist and stuff, is this place like in actual sunlight, or is everything like weirdly dim and gloomy?
No, it's still sunlight. It's just the mist is just hanging around the floor,
Okay.
essentially.
Should we head to the mine?
I've heard enough.
Let's go get over.
Okay.
Is there anything we should watch out for?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
gonna ask if
Out
there are
of
guards
mind
or.
or inside.
You want to make perception checks?
Actually,
Can we
towards, after we leave out of this place, I'm gonna, because Enola asked me to, I'm gonna
Net 20.
use Mage Hand to grab the tabard of, what's his name?
You asked him to?
Okay.
Yeah, man. I want to make a
I
tab.
forgot.
So you're walking, produces a mage hand and pull off the tattered tabard of Helm, and he pulls it towards you. Okay. As-
Would a nat 20 still need to be checked against with disadvantage?
No. I mean, that's
But
fine.
if you have disadvantage.
Wait, disadvantage, yes.
Yeah.
Disadvantage,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That's
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Super sad.
so then I roll 19. 18.
There you go.
Okay.
And the last one perception.
Okay.
So.
I rolled a 19.
Excellent. As you're looking around, it's eerily quiet, except you hear some noises coming from inside the mine. Whether they are guttural or screams, it's difficult to tell because they're coming down from below the earth, but you definitely hear activity inside the mines.
One last test while we're here in the mist. Oberon, if you are among the mist, show yourself.
Oh.
The mist forms this beautiful elven woman. She shakes her head. And she disappears.
Beautiful. I can help you, buddy. All right.
Never
so-
seduced
okay.
a ghost woman before,
As
have you?
you start to ascend the staircase, and it's a very long staircase, easily 400 or 500 feet long, and it's exquisitely carved, given it's a staircase to a mine, but it's very nice craftsmanship. You get to the top and it levels off, and there's this archway that leads into this gaping maw of a mine entrance, and there are a few torches lit, and the whole mine is this deep, steely blue color. Almost like you're going into a glacier. And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
No fighting?
No fighting!
Buddy, that's the way it rolls.
Nah, I know.
We spent too long buying sausages.
Next
Feet.
next campaign will be all fighting and talking.
No. Listen, I'm fine with no fighting.
I need.
Goodbye, recording people.